Welcome to the 16-ounce Cinema Podcast.
Hello and welcome to 16 Ounce Cinema, where we drink pints and talk pictures. I'm TJ. I'm here with Angus.
Dr. Angus.
And Michael.
Is there a Cajun version of Michael?
I
don't think. Yeah.
No, there must be.
You think so?
That's like, no, not Miguel or Manuel. Those are Spanish, but it's like French. Michel.
Yeah, it'd be like, no.
Michael.
Michel.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And this is our special. Now we were supposed to get this out in September.
This is our Cajun episode.
Yeah, every year in September we watch Event Horizon. We've been doing that for 10 years now, and of course this show has a special Event Horizon segment for every episode. And what we do every year now for the show is, well, last year was actually in September. This year we're late. We do a special Event Horizon themed episode.
We're pregnant.
So I hope next year we do it for Christmas.
Yeah, we'll just be so late. This year, the theme is Lewis and Clark, after the ship that goes to see the Event Horizon. Yeah. And Mike got to pick the theme, having won last year's Event Horizon episode. Yeah. And so the theme
is that how we chose that?
Yeah,
yes.
that's how we did it.
I didn't even remember. I was like, why did Mike choose it? Are we just taking turns?
So the winner here tonight gets to pick for next year.
Yeah.
And what he meant by the Lewis and Clark theme was that a main character or actor had to be named either Lewis or Clark, and the whole story had to be about going on an expedition.
What? Was that the stipulation?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the actor could have also been named Lewis and Clark. I hope that's...
I fucked up.
What did you do?
All right.
Sweet.
Oh, man. I fucked this up.
You just watched Good Burger, didn't you?
I watched Fat Beach.
I can't wait either. I'm excired. I hope you fucked up just as bad as TJ fucked up last time.
Shit, I really did fuck up.
What? All right.
I'm so excited. First, though, we do drink before we start talking about our movies. Michael, what are you drinking tonight?
So I tried to find something Cajun for clearly soon to be very obvious reasons, but I failed. So I got a beer called Girl Grey from the brewery, which is spelled weird. And it's a Belgian-style Earl Grey with almond hints.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It's a beer for a new generation of beer lovers.
What's the ABV on that?
Dude, a lot. It's like...
It says that on the can.
It's
ABV, dude, a lot.
ABV, dude, a lot.
It's 8.5%, and it's the size of, like, 2/3 of a wine bottle.
It's a 24-ouncer or bigger?
One pint, 9 ounces?
That's 25 ounces. That's even an odd amount. Normally
cool.
They become in 24, so you get a bomber. All right.
How much did that cost?
Actually, like $7.99, I think. It wasn't too
bad.
Or $14.99, but I'm pretty sure it's like the lower end.
It's either double what I said, or
right? Yeah.
I mean, at least I didn't go to like
this amount, but it could be up to double that.
Well, it wasn't like 7 to 21, so I got a pretty okay number.
so it's double, but definitely not triple.
Wow,
let's rule out triple.
It does. Yeah. It could have been quadruple, octagonal. It could have been a lot of things.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, I owe you $5. Maybe it's 20. I don't know.
Either way, I'm getting money, baby. I hope instead of beer, you got like wine, because you fucked up really badly.
Oh, hello. So I wanted to drink something really shitty to go along with the shitty movie I watched.
Wait,
and I was.
Are you middle now?
Yeah, Angus is middle. Oh.
I'm the middle man.
I was last time.
All right.
I am not last tonight. I was last for the fat episode.
All right, tell us about your wine.
And I was first.
I was last for the Ripper. I was last on Ripper.
Then you all messed up.
You're the one who makes the fucking order, dude.
I don't.
It's your
I ask
show.
you every time.
Well, stop fucking doing that, stupid.
I thought I had it right.
Check the log.
I did. I told you to log.
You upload them.
Yeah, I
I
said
don't
Angus
listen
is
to 'em.
second.
I'm claiming
You
my
write
middle.
the description.
Okay, which one of you
actually,
which one of you
I
wants
put-
to go second?
I'll
I
go
put the
last.
out
Okay,
of order in
TJ,
this
go.
section a lot of times.
I'm fine. I'll go
So
last.
I was thinking, what could be a shitty to go with my movie? And I was like, what's shittier than like Clamato or those colada drinks? So I was like,
Oh.
okay. I was like, okay, but there's one with hot sauce in it, like hot sauce beer. It's like, that sounds terrible. But I fucked up and like I didn't get time and I forgot. So I figured I'm just gonna punish myself. And you're right, Mike. I'm drinking wine, but I'm gonna put habanero sauce in it tonight.
Ew.
That's awesome.
No.
Yeah,
That's fucking gross.
I'm sure I'll love it, but I'll get horrible.
I was gonna
heartburn,
make fun
so-
of you by saying you don't
Here
have
we
time
go.
to go to Publix 2 minutes away, but that
No,
this is way
actually,
better.
they don't sell. I like even went to the Publix liquor store and they didn't have it. So I didn't want to get just plain Clamato. Like no,
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna put
yeah,
a
I'm
good
digging
healthy. Oh, that's a lot. Oh no, this is gonna be terrible.
it. Angus, what do you got going?
Just
I
switch
want to
that
ask
around
some.
a bit.
Yeah, please
Besides
do.
our first Horizon episode
smells
where we
Weird.
made our shut up where we
Yeah.
made our own, like, is this the first time somebody's mixed something besides me?
No, I think I fucked something up a few times, but this is TJ's first. So
This
it's
is my
actually-
first stunt drink.
Yeah, it's way equally
Okay.
exciting. Especially because it hasn't involved beer at all, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
it's
gonna let
weird.
that percolate while Angus tells us about his drink.
Well, I just want to get this out there that now this is my last recording in this house. That's why it sounds like shit.
Oh.
So if I die now on the podcast, there's going to be nobody to save my audio.
Oh no.
I'm gonna.
Do
have
you
to
guys
be
realize
friends.
that?
I'm gonna call David or whoever your friend is. in Polish.
David.
The guy
You're
with
close.
with the friend with the hair. I like him. Yeah, what's his name? It's cool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
All right. I'll give you his number.
cool. I'm like, hey man, if Angus dies, I'm calling you.
I'll let him know. All right. I think I've had this beer before on the show. If not, it's something I love, and it's only available for a month here.
Oh, okay.
It's Community Beer Company's Funnel Cake Ale, and it tastes
I don't
like
think you've
funnel
had it.
cake. Have
That's
I not?
amazing.
I've had it last year, and it was really good. So I bought another 6-pack, and I'm excited to have it again. Yeah, it's a vanilla golden ale, 4.8%, and from what I remember, it was fucking awesome. So
That sounds awesome. And no, I'm looking through the list. You have not had it yet.
sweet.
Oh, I gotta
Mike,
update
tell
this
us
list
about
a little bit.
your Girl Grey.
So, it's called a Belgian style with Earl Grey and I said it has almonds. Yeah, it definitely tastes like it has almonds in it. Like imagine you I don't know, like flakes of almonds in your mouth. That's what it tastes like. And
What about
it's
the Earl
kinda-
Grey?
Bro, it tastes like you made some really good tea and then poured a beer and some almonds in it. It's awesome. But the
Oh,
good
that's
parts of
amazing.
all that, not the bad parts of it. Yeah, it's just good. I like it. I'm gonna drink all of
All
it,
right.
and I won't sleep at all tonight. So.
So I'll say that I've been swirling this glass for the whole time that we've been talking.
Is it
And
still
the
thick?
hot
Chug,
sauce
chug,
is basically
chug.
separated and settled to the bottom. So I think
that's gross.
like
Dude,
the
get a straw.
seedy, thick parts. I'm not drinking this through a straw, but I'm sure there's
It's like
plenty of heat
Goldschlager. It
throughout.
all just goes to the bottom.
I got
Oh,
like
dude, yeah.
like 2 teaspoons worth of hot sauce in there, by the way, just so you know.
Oh
All
wow.
right, here we go. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, I don't want
Oh! And it comes back.
It comes back. It comes back. That's such a great quote.
That's a great movie title.
Yeah, it comes back.
It comes back.
I'll be in 2 years.
It basically amounts to doing like a shot of really dry alcoholic hot sauce.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's
it
what
just-
that sounds like.
A salty. Yeah, no, it was.
I feel like you should have added a third ingredient of some sort, like at least
I
ice
thought
or
of
something.
I actually thought of putting
ranch
oranges
to
in
calm
it,
it
but
down.
I
And,
thought
and by ice, I actually mean just methamphetamine. I think you should have done meth.
that orange would mellow it too much. Oh, ooh,
Mm. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Orange with an orange peel. That's great.
yeah.
I'm gonna
I-
Google
sure
hot
it
sauce
would help.
wine after this episode. So. All right, so
Oh!
Yeah, hell yeah.
I guess Angus should tell us about his beer while TJ's dying.
I want to know how much TJ has of that shit to drink.
About 6 ounces.
How left or
Like
total?
well, let's say I did
how many
3
ounces
fingers.
how many ounces are fucking hot sauce?
Well,
two
like
teaspoons,
2 teaspoons to maybe about 2.5 fingers of wine.
That's
Oh,
fucking good.
Jesus. What?
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
dude.
like
I
thought
thought
it
a
would
finger
just
was
be,
an ounce. I guess
I don't
not, though.
know. Is it? I don't know. It's a wide glass. I know that it's like a good pour of wine. Anyway, are
I'm
we
gonna get
doing
flowers.
movies,
I'm gonna
or-
put it in my bottle. This bottle's pretty.
I
good.
don't know where I am and my eyes are crying. What are we doing?
Angus is gonna tell us about his beer, which sounds.
I already mine was fucking excellent, dude. It's got like a vanilla taste. I kind of pre-came drinking it. I'm gonna drink the whole 6-pack for the episode.
Oh,
think I'm gonna
you gonna drink all
pre-vomit.
6 funnel cakes? That's amazing.
Hell yeah, I am.
All right, bro. So I watched the film. TJ's the one burping now. What the fuck?
That was
Dude.
That was not a happy verb.
This makes me so happy because I've never heard this. I'm usually the guy doing
yeah,
this, so
gagging
it's
and
pretty.
fucking dying. Yeah.
It's pretty.
I'm gonna try to
fucking
get this over
entertaining.
with as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Oh,
fucking
then you got to
hell.
make a second.
You gotta get a beer or something. You can't be going in dry. You can't be 6-ouncing a fucking 16-ounce cinema show.
No, I
Yeah,
hope
to get a
he does
beer
like
and-
Tabasco in the next one, and then just keeps upping it. He's just
He
biting
ends up sucking his
fucking.
own dick next time.
He just throws ghost peppers in it.
In his dick.
Yeah, he puts
Oh,
them in his
man.
dick.
Well, we need a YouTube channel for this.
Could you, you're uncut. Could you fit a pepper in your dick?
I could fit several.
Several?
Yeah,
What?
I could. Yeah,
Is that
Dude, like-
normal?
I mean, I have to like push it in, but yeah, I think I could fit a few peppers in
Like,
there.
I'm thinking the ones from like Papa John's. Like, how many of those do you think you could fit in?
Huh? Oh, at least 6.
6? Holy shit!
Yeah.
We'd
You
have to
don't think
order
so?
3
Wait, is that
pizzas.
weird?
I don't have dick skin. I don't know.
Oh shit, you don't?
Well, I have skin, but not
no,
that
yeah.
kind.
Yeah. It's just
have, like,
a
a-
fucking piece of flesh.
I have a
Fucking
dog
monster.
dick. Mine just comes out red and just skinless and gross.
You can't see in the mirror for some reason. It's just evil. Should we go? TJ? Can we
Yeah,
go?
Michael, you watched. Sorry, every time I take a sip, you lose me for 45 seconds. Yeah, Mike, what'd you watch?
All right, so I watched 1981's Southern Comfort, directed by Walter Hill.
Why didn't you
Hey!
just drink Southern Comfort?
What?
You could have just drank Southern Comfort. That's a
Oh
drink.
my god. Oh my god. I didn't even think of... Dude, I haven't had that since, like, my friend's mom used to buy me Southern Comfort when I was 16.
Wait, what? Why?
Yeah, shout out to Trevor's mom.
They were going steady.
Dude,
No,
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, was she trying to
she's
bang
probably
you? Or-
listening because our friends' moms all love the show.
Yeah, it's true.
That's our biggest fan base.
Dude, does your mom love
Friends'
the show?
moms.
TJ?
No, not our own moms, but our friends'
friends.
Oh, you're right. Other people's
Our-
moms, you're right.
Our friends don't listen, but their mothers do.
That's fucking hilarious.
I stopped talking to my mom about the show because I told her, remember Billy Pond shared our
Yeah.
the episode where we talked about his movie on, which was awesome of him. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I told her about that. It's like, hey, a director of one of the movies we actually had on the show, like, gave us a shout out. And then she basically compared that accomplishment to like something my 3-year-old son did. And I was just like, okay, like that way to disregard me and just belittle something I was just trying to like.
I wish you had
talk to
said,
about.
your sister's a doctor. So now, God, I'm gonna have to buy Southern. I don't even know what Southern Comfort is, but it was my buddy's dad's favorite drink.
It was
it's
like
whiskey. What is it?
whiskey. It was a whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's a whiskey, but
Or-
it's some sort of different kind of whiskey, right?
Dude,
I
I just
don't know.
thought of something weird.
What?
Like, you said like your friend's mother would buy it for you. Like I think it was like 10th grade when I was hanging out with Alex and shit. Like there was this like mother who would buy us alcohol all the time because she was trying to bang us.
Oh wow.
And I remember drinking like Kahlua and shit because it would shit she would drink, but she wanted to share it with us.
No, I got
try to
straight
get
up
us
fucking
drunk.
like whiskey and rum and shit and Southern Comfort.
I don't think I can keep drinking this if I'm going to participate.
Do you think she wanted to bang me? You think I dropped the ball?
Yeah, you totally did, dude.
Wait, because the friend's dad used to get me high, so I could have fucked him too?
The high is different.
They say it doesn't work like that, bro.
Yeah, that's completely different.
He's
if
just
you're
like,
trying
here's
to get
some
him
weed.
drunk.
Fuck my wife, please.
Somebody's got to do it. It ain't going to be me.
He's just in the corner drinking Southern Comfort while he watches you bang his wife. Dude, where does your friend hang out while you're doing this with his parents?
He was there. Like, I was 6. I didn't know his parents were insane. So, like...
He was recording.
Yeah, he's like, chug. It was right there. The handheld camera.
Oh, you had to keep drinking while you did it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to drink a lot back then, so... Alright, so this Southern Comfort is directed by Walter Hill, which makes this, I think I wrote down this is the third movie by this fucking guy we watched, which ties him with
what were the
Paul.
others?
I definitely brought up Streets of Fire, because it's one of my cult favorites that I think should be a bigger
for the movie.
Cult favorite than it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it was on our Lost Tapes from Down in the Cellar, that one.
Yeah.
Episode
there was a
9.
third one.
9.
There was a third one, right?
He came up in an Event Horizon month for us when we watched Supernova, which was a movie that he directed as Alan Smithy, and I think he even gave up like 3/4 of the way through of directing it because he just hated it.
So
he didn't direct that third part that we watched on YouTube.
No, not that one.
Man, I really thought we watched 3 of his movies, so I guess not. That's
this is the third movie that has been connected to the show because we have shifted using him and Supernova.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I wrote down that it ties Paula W.S. Anderson and Jim Jarmusch, but I guess not. I guess Jim Jarmusch is still the favorite director of the show.
Jim Jarmusch has actually had 3 full movies, but I would say Walter Hill deserves to be taking his spot.
All right, well, I'll watch some more Walter Hill films maybe going forward because I fucking love this movie.
He's great, especially in the 80s.
I picked this film because one of the actors is named Lewis Smith, and he has the most badass IMDb photo ever. It's him in this like cool ass bomber leather jacket smoking.
Yeah, he's the guy who's in Buckaroo Banzai. Sorry to jump on you, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, I saw that picture, and he looks like a total greaser.
Yeah, I actually wrote that he looks like he's about to fuck some greaser up in a motorcycle race. That is exactly what he fucking looks like. I love this guy.
He looks amazing.
And then just to mention, like several of the cast members are billed as quote unquote hunter. Like they don't have any names. They just show up in the movie to like blast at the main cast, and they're just called hunters. And one of the hunters is Leon Kowalski, which is my favorite character from Blade Runner. So that was awesome. He's in this movie.
I've never seen Blade Runner.
So that's a movie I think you might like, especially when
like actual Brian James is in it, or just a guy named Leon? Oh, okay, cool. Brian James is great.
Yeah. I didn't write his name down. I just wrote Leon Kowalski, and that's who he is for the rest of the movie. So
I just realized I don't watch sci-fi like films because I'd never seen that or Matrix.
Do you think Angus would like the movie we just spoke of, Blade Runner? I just forget the name.
No, but he does love Brian James, who's a favorite actor of the show. This is the 3rd or 4th movie he's popped up in.
Really?
Who is he?
He was in My Cherry 3000. He had a bit part. And he was in my he was in my robot movie and my cyborg movie. He had like a Nazi accent in oh no, he was in Mike's cyborg movie, excuse me. He was in Nemesis as a Nazi scientist.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Which I then watched because Mike totally actually sold me on it. One of the few of this like show where I've actually watched somebody else's movie.
Cool.
Oh, I saw
Yep.
Society in 35 millimeter. That was cool.
Ooh.
So we're
Yeah,
all
I
just
got
watching
jealous
Mike's
about that.
movies.
Yeah. Well, dude, I've noticed something. I don't think I've ever watched a TJ movie after, but I've watched Mike ones because I've done Captain America. I've done a few of them,
Sweet.
but I don't think I've ever watched a TJ
That
movie
makes
after
me feel
TJ's
warm
explained
inside
it.
my body.
I'm warm inside my body because I'm down to the bottom of this wine glass now.
Oh, I'm already 3/4 of the way through this Girl Grey, which is a great name for a fucking beer or anything, really. Girl Grey. It just sounds good.
Jesus. We're 20
I like
minutes in and we
girls.
haven't explained anything.
Dude, fuck it. We're going 3 hours tonight.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
I gotta wake up at 6.
Yeah, man, fuck your morning. Sorry,
Good
anyway.
morning.
This is the story of a bunch of amateur U.S.
This
guardsmen.
is the story of a girl.
I almost started saying, I was like, wait, that's not right. That's not what I'm
Drink some hot
watching.
sauce and drown the whole world.
And
Do you know there's like one thing that you can always say where no matter what, it's 2 words, and like if you say them, no matter who you're talking to, they will pick up the rest of the song.
well,
All you
for
gotta
me,
do is
it's somebody.
no.
As soon as somebody goes somebody, I'm just like, yeah. I get all happy.
Somebody?
what? What's
Anytime
somebody?
somebody says somebody, you go into like Smash Mouth?
No, it's like somebody once told me the world's gonna roll. It's that song.
Okay. I get
So
it. But
anytime you hear
can't-
the word somebody,
Yes.
just I saw somebody today.
like
Well,
like
okay,
somebody
dude.
shit my pants, and you're like, somebody once told me.
Okay, well, fuck you for fucking shitting all over my shit.
All right, well, this one's more so.
Okay, tell me.
All you have to go is "Jetzt man,"
Oh,
and you'll finish it in your head always.
you said it in the accent. That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's totally
Jetzt
true.
man.
I don't think
Well,
I
you
was
can't say
like,
it's bad.
That was shockingly good. That is.
like, hey, how long you been waiting for the bus? It's been 5 minutes.
Dude, I'm gonna seriously answer everything like that.
That's really good. So anyway, my movie's the story of a bunch of amateur U.S. guardsmen that were dropped off for training in the middle of a Louisiana swamp, and it's their journey trying to get the fuck out of the swamp that's like run amok by a bunch of fucking Cajun dudes that don't want the U.S. government fucking around in their backyard.
So it's like
also-
Deliverance.
Well, actually, the poster said "Not since Deliverance," so yes, it's like Deliverance.
Okay.
Also, our guys at one point start just fucking randomly shooting at the Cajuns because they're all a bunch of dumb fucks. So, the movie starts with 40 of them getting like dropped off in 1973 Louisiana. What the fuck was that?
That was
That was-
weird.
That was my drink.
I'm glad. All right,
Your
you're
drink
drinking a
made
black hole.
sounds?
That's good for you.
I'm gonna go get a real drink before I throw up.
All right.
All right, Mike, go ahead and talk. I
Yeah.
got you, buddy.
All right. So the entire I don't want TJ here. I don't want to.
He'll fucking hear you. He's just not gonna be on mic.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
All
I've
right, well,
gone
okay.
piss on the show and I've listened to
Yeah.
you guys.
Well, I don't know how. Man, technology, you know. So the
As soon
entire
as TJ gets back, I'm going to go pee.
Jesus, dude. I'm, gonna
I'm
send you
still
some
listening
Salpamento.
to you. I'm still listening.
No, I'm just saying. I'm worried about your prostate. I don't mind you.
Oh, no,
leaving.
no. I just chugged fucking 4 beers, asshole.
Oh wait, were
In,
they
like,
all
15
funnel
minutes.
cake? Were they all funnel
No,
cake?
no. I've only had
Oh.
I've only chugged the one funnel cake. But
Oh, were the other ones Lone Star?
hell yeah, it
Oh,
was.
dude, I wish my thing here had Lone Star. I'm pretty jealous.
God, Lone Star is the shit, man.
It's because I want to watch that season again because I loved it. So.
True Detective.
True, yeah. I'm gonna
It's
watch
such
season
a
1 and
good-
3 again.
I need to watch 3 because the way you explained it to me sounded fucking wonderful.
Bro, I need to watch 3 again because I don't remember anything. So it's
yeah?
gonna be great all over again. We should watch it together. It'd be like the first time again for me.
Okay, I'm down totally.
Cool. If you ever want to watch sci-fi, we should watch the other HBO show that's fucking amazing.
Westworld.
Yeah.
I watched the first 2 episodes. I enjoyed
Oh.
it, but then like my subscription ran out, so I never got to finish it.
I only threw up a little bit, but it
Oh,
was
dude, you haven't thrown up
extremely
this-
fiery. Huh?
Dude, I'm so happy. I hope
I'm
you.
sad we didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Me,
throat
I'm
hurts so
violent when I
much.
puke.
Dude, you haven't puked in so long.
It wasn't like a full heave. It was like my eyes watered and I coughed a bunch and then I spit a bunch and then like I threw up.
I thought you said it wasn't a full
sip.
heave, and I was just like, that's racist, man. Jesus. So I don't even know where that came from. Where are we talking about Jews all of a sudden for?
I just
I like when
I
you
threw
said
up
he
the
hasn't
very
puked.
last sip.
When you said he hasn't puked in a while, I just been it's man.
I don't know why, but I put my entire hand around my mouth because I thought I was laughing too loud.
Maybe you're gonna throw up too.
Yeah,
Dude, you know how awesome it would be if we did like an episode where all three of us ended up puking like at separate times during other people's movies.
My throat hurts so bad now.
well, that was 1 teaspoon too much. That's what I think. All right, so the entire what
Yeah,
did
why'd
have
you do
to drink?
two?
What did you get to drink?
A
Water?
Winwood La Rubia. No, I got a beer, dude.
Oh,
Winwood?
okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah, cool.
Well,
All right,
how
so
is
the-
it?
Yeah, tell us now. I don't know what that is at all.
I can barely taste
Winwood
it.
sounds like some sort of fantasy wood that like turns into flutes or something. They can.
I think
people's
I've had
lives.
this for the show before, and I've had Winwood before. It's a brewery
I've been to the
down in
Winwood
Miami.
Museum in Miami.
Yeah,
Is
it's
what
from the Winwood District, the art district in Miami.
Oh shit! All right, they have cool walls, man. They just like put murals.
Yeah.
They put murals.
Oh, Mike!
Oh man, he's gonna
No,
go
that was
for
a
it.
happy one though. That wasn't. If I ate Papa John's, I could throw up. Now I'm just thinking about putting fucking those things in my dick. Jesus Christ.
The peppers.
The peppers.
Do you have
yeah.
them?
No,
Do you still have
I'm
them?
gonna buy a jar of them though. I'm gonna find out.
Is that
Like,
what
you
you're gonna
guys
do on the
know?
next episode instead of having a beer?
I'm just gonna
What
show
do you mean
peppers in
instead
your
of?
dick.
I can't do this shit sober. Are you out of your mind?
This show, you can't handle it.
Dude, I honestly couldn't imagine recording this show.
Well, I
sober.
think me and TJ have both done a show just drinking tea at one point, just because it hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've done a few because I'm just chronically ill. I'm so
I-
feeble and
That's-
frail.
Dude, maybe
I
it's
think-
an HIV test. Dude, you know what my boss told me once? Because I take sick days just to go to the beach and shit. One day he was just like, "Man, you might have a autoimmune deficiency, man. You should go get that checked out." Except he was
No.
like, he was serious and he was like sincere, and I'm not used to people being sincere, and I didn't want to just be like, "Bro, I just go to the beach, man." So now I let this fuck think maybe I do have an autoimmune disease. So I hope he doesn't listen, or I hope he does listen. So he shut the fuck up about my AIDS. I don't have AIDS.
You're gonna
so you
forget,
got
and
AIDS.
like next week you're gonna tell him to listen.
Well, I already told my
You're
LP
over
guy
there,
to
like-
listen. I don't know if he did or not though. So hey Daniel, shout out to you if you're listening.
Hey,
Hey, you know.
I don't
yeah.
like you, Daniel. Shut up.
Oh.
let's talk about more people from Mike's work that I know.
All right, so getting back to my movie, the entire
Please.
film is in blue and green, and every color in between blue and green. And there's only one exception. There's a bit of
So it's in color?
no, it's just like weirdly shaded blue and green. Like the whole entire film is blue and green. Like the palette. I don't know how to describe. I'm not a good.
Yeah, the
descriptor.
palette
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So you
thanks.
would
Cool,
say it
man.
has a cool color temperature.
Yeah. What about green? What would you call green?
Green is on the cool end.
All right,
Warm
cool.
would be
It's a
your
cool,
yellow,
this is a,
red,
This is
orange.
a cool movie. In fact, I already ordered the Blu-ray, so that's how cool it is.
The blue
Uh-huh.
and green ray.
Ah,
Yo-
man, you gotta do it before me.
The only exception is a bit of yellow when they fire their guns, and also towards the end, like the whole movie gets yellow, which I think is like some sort of like.
So
Meaning,
yellow.
I don't
I
know.
was just
Say
doing the
things, it just
Coldplay in
makes
my
you-
head.
Yeah.
You go sort of
Going
go,
right
I
back
don't know.
to words triggering
We're
songs. You said
back to
yellow
90s
enough now. We're
music.
just gonna sing Coldplay.
Nice. All right, so after I noticed the movie's blue and green, we meet our main man Stucky,
Da-ba-dee,
play-
da-ba-da.
played by Lewis Smith. So Stucky is our main character. He's the guy who's
Stucky?
played by Stucky. Yeah,
Okay.
Stucky. I don't know. It's the 80s or 70s. I just called weird names. So he's played by Lewis Smith, or Lewis and Clark guy. And he immediately makes a joke to the sergeant about his sucking his dick. And then the sergeant, like, threatens to fucking tear him in half so he can suck his own dick. So it's a perfect beginning to my Lewis and Clark themed movie here.
Wait, So is he sucking his own dick, or?
No, he was just threatened to be bent in half to suck his own dick, but he never did suck his own dick.
He threatened that he was going to bend himself over.
No.
I don't need you to suck my dick. I'll suck my own.
He looked at the sergeant. The sergeant was like a manly man, and he's like, "Hey, sergeant, suck my dick." And then the sergeant's like grabbed him by his like lapels, and he's like, "I will bend you in half, and you will suck your own dick, Stucky."
Oh,
these are the opening lines of your movie.
No. This is like 15 minutes in or so, maybe 5.
That's a great opening. We just like we have an establishing shot of a forest, and then we zoom into the trees, and we just see this Lewis guy. Hey, suck my dick! And he's like, "I'm gonna break you in half, and you're gonna suck your own dick."
I want to dispel immediately that this is a forest. This is a fucking disgusting swamp that I never want to walk in. Fucking awful. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Keith Carradine is the smiley one, and his name is Spencer. He thinks that after the weekend is up, everyone's gonna get hookers, and he even, and I quote, "In the spirit of the New South," I hear Angus peeing.
Is Keith the Revenge of the Nerds Carradine, or is he that?
No,
other
that was
Carradine
Robert.
who's in like Nothing.
That was Robert Carradine.
Keith Carradine was in that movie you and I watched, Wavelength, with like the little kids dressed up as aliens, but they still look like little kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Keith.
Yeah. All right. So that's the only thing I've ever seen Keith in. Okay.
All right. So for the third time, he said, and I quote, "In the spirit of the New South, he arranged for the black guy to have sex with a hooker." So he's very progressive. Then they all make fun of the guy. Yeah, they're all alive. He got her alive.
Did you say alive?
Yeah, I think
I asked if it was a white hooker.
White.
And you said, yeah, they're all alive.
I'm sorry. I thought you asked if she was living. Yes.
No, he's nice. He doesn't give her a dead hooker.
That's
progressive.
That's not the spirit of the New South.
Then they all make fun of the guy from Texas, where apparently all they do is beat up college kids and gas the blacks. That's according to them. That's what happened.
It's true.
Angus, what are you getting up to? Why can't you record tomorrow night?
So our guys are part of Bravo team, and they basically get orders just to go fuck around in the bayou for the weekend. And this is where I wrote that Keith Carradine has really beautiful hair. It's very noticeable compared to everyone else in this movie. Everyone is pretty famous because I looked them up because they all look slightly familiar. But really, I forgot to write most of their names except for the black guy who is a crew member from Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and another black guy who is Knowles from The Thing. Except the problem is I only remember one black guy in the movie, and I even went back, so I actually don't know who the other black guy is. But apparently he's in this movie.
The Thing?
Yeah, Knowles.
Yeah, I can only think of Keith David.
I don't know his name, but that could be his name. Yeah, sure. I just don't remember him in this movie. I remember one black guy. I don't know where two of them came from. My IMDb says there's two of them, so that, it freaked me out when I went back because I was like, all right, another black guy will show up, but it didn't happen.
I have this same thing whenever we watch Event Horizon. I always forget about Cooper.
Oh my god!
I was just like, oh yeah, Cooper.
I like Cooper. He's great.
He's great.
I hope he shows up in the whatever's happening with it. All right,
and the TV series, yeah.
While they're all humping around the bayou, they decide to steal a bunch of Cajun canoes just because they want to get out of the swamp faster and fuck a bunch of hookers. But they politely leave the Cajuns a note about like where to go to get their canoes back. So that's like their brilliant idea. So Stucky takes his helmet off in the middle of the river float, and I noticed that his hair is actually way better than Keith's. And I write that down because he has amazing hair. It's fucking awesome. That's what I would describe this dude's hair. It's like black and it's like several inches above his head. He uses a lot of like spray shit. Like
I'm just imagining he looks like Static X.
No, he looks like that guy from one of those like Malcolm in the Middle shows maybe, or like something else.
What?
I can't fucking quite picture him. Like the older brother maybe or something. But
like Reese?
I don't think so. I think I'm thinking of another show, but I can't quite think of it. Maybe I'll think of it later, but I've been thinking about it for 3 days, so I probably.
Are you thinking of John Stamos?
Almost, but not quite. Like a B level John Stamos. So
there's Joey from Blossom.
I'm just picturing Wayne Static.
Yeah.
I like
It makes it so much better in my head.
All right, then Wayne Static starts shooting at the Cajuns. He shoots at him because he's fucking retarded. Oh, by the way, they all have fake bullets because they're not the actual army; they're the National Guard, and it's just something they're on like whatever they're doing. So anyway, Wayne Static starts fake shooting at a bunch of Cajuns, except the Cajuns don't know that like they don't have real bullets, so they think the U.S. government is fucking firing at them. You know what I mean? So they shoot back, and they fucking headshot the sergeant like right in the head because that's what a headshot is. And
It's what it is.
and so the sergeant is the first casualty here. It causes all of them to like fall overboard from the canoes. Luckily, they're in a swamp, so it's only like 3 feet deep, so they can just walk away, so they don't drown. Somebody drowns
Swamp
later.
Thing gets him.
Ooh, that would have been a great crossover. So when they get to dry land, they all like hold their guns like they have real bullets for some fucking reason. Like they're all pretending they're real army, but they're not. It's really weird.
Well, it's an intimidation factor, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but they're all scared shitless. I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess they were taught to hold their guns like they have bullets, so it makes sense. You're right. Anyway,
we used to go around with painted toy guns and pretend they were real.
Oh yeah, the cap. Dude, you remember the cap guns? Those cap guns are amazing. I love those things. I'd love to have a cap gun right now.
Dude,
they
you
still
get
make
shot
cap guns?
instantly. Yes and no. Like, they're different now. Like, they make them so unrealistic
Oh,
looking.
they're like hot
Yeah.
pink.
But not only that, like, there's no way, like, you can even paint them to look real.
I mean, back then, like, I didn't think to put them in people's heads and try to shoot them. It was just like Indians and robbers and shit or whatever.
Yeah. But
Indians
back
and
then,
robbers.
like I had one that just straight up looked like a 9. Like they did. There was
The
no
number 9?
attempt. A 9mm, like
Oh. I was
like
just
it was
what?
black with a brown grip, and there was nothing about it to make it like
Yeah. Because
look
we
like
weren't fucking
not
retards.
a killer weapon. I remember actually very vividly, like all of a sudden one year they started putting the big red caps on the end.
Yeah.
Not cap, but they put the red
Oh, yeah.
plug on the end so to make them obvious toys. And then
Yeah,
like,
we
you
didn't
know,
have internet back
we
then.
all tried
so
to pry
I
them
assume,
off.
now, looking back, I assume somebody died very badly. That's why they started putting those things on.
I mean, some cop probably blew a
Hundreds of
kid
kids
away,
shot.
but you just didn't hear about it back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
The one that I had was an Uzi. It was, like, completely black.
Whoa.
But it had a clip in it, but it was a water gun. But even the clip was black, so you would snap it in like a real Uzi, and then you'd pull a trigger and go, but it would just squirt out
awesome.
water.
I remember
was
those.
no-
Yeah, I didn't
like,
have
it was-
one, but I knew kids who did.
Completely black, dude, and looked fucking real. I still have it at my parents' house. That thing fucking ruled, and like they're so illegal now.
So anyway, as they're fucking around after the sergeant died, these guys have absolutely no idea of direction. Like, either do I, but I'm not a fucking soldier, you know what I mean? Like, these guys don't know how to go
No,
east
I'm
or
a
west
soldier.
or anything. They have no idea where to go. Luckily, one of the dudes brought ammo along, but because he's fucking insane, he doesn't want to share it until the guy from Texas, like, puts a knife to his throat and makes him, like, share the gun ammo like it's candy and shit. So that
I hope you
happens.
brought enough for the whole class, son.
Does not sound like Texas, but all right.
No.
At night, the black guy starts smoking weed because, of course, and then
Hell
he
yeah.
talks about how much he loves to sell drugs to high school kids just to piss off the white guy, and it totally
Hell
pisses
yeah.
him off. It almost
Dude
looks like it's not
rules.
really scripted. He was just like, I like selling drugs to high school kids, and the white guy's like, God damn Negroes.
He's explaining his real life offset.
But they
What
made
were
up
you
that
saying, TJ?
like these National Guard dudes are like usually like super hyper serious about it, and then this movie makes them seem like just jaded guys in Nam.
Yeah, there's like one really serious dude about it, and like everyone else is just like, dude, we do weekends once a month. What are you talking about? It's fine.
But
Like they're very
still,
chill.
they're,
Like it's their thing.
like they want to be in the army, and like they're one step away from just being their own like patriotic militia, so they fall into the National Guard.
Yeah, it's totally not the vibe from this movie at all.
No, they're very mischaracterized.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know any guardsmen, I guess.
I found out the other day, like, we're not eligible for a draft. Like, that's pretty sweet.
Because we're old?
Yeah, like, 28's the
We're
limit.
mentally
Oh, dude,
ill.
I'm voting for the draft then. I don't give a shit. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, right? Isn't that cool? Like, we're not involved
Yeah,
anymore.
send
So
somebody
fuck it.
else
Send
to a
them
test,
all.
not me. I vote for that.
I would not pass any mental or medical exam. Yeah, just draft me.
Shit,
Go ahead,
you're right.
try.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'd pass them all, but they'd be like, you're pretty hefty, man. You'd have to
You
go.
wouldn't make the weight.
Yeah, I wouldn't make the weight requirements.
I would literally fail everything. Like, they
You
would just
would
be like,
fail.
you're fat, your dick's too small, you can't come.
You know what's fucked up?
Just
They would still send to war, even though I think all three of us would be way better at war than no offense to him.
I can't believe you're saying his name. Now I can't say anything else about him. So, anyway, let's talk about your movie.
All right.
You know what always weirds me out is when he likes stuff, but we talk shit about him on the episode prior.
Well, like TJ
I'm like,
said,
oh,
none
I
of
hope
our
he didn't
friends.
hear
I bet
that.
his mom loves our show.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Leave us a
Leave
review.
us a
on
review.
iTunes.
All right, so our boy
5 stars,
Stucky,
please.
our boy Stucky, and this dude with the ammo. Oh, the dude with the ammo is played by Fred Ward. I think
Oh, I know him.
Yeah,
Fred
we all
Ward
know him. He's
rules.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's here totally. He plays just a psychopath with kind of cool hair. He has cool hair too. And for some reason, they plan on beating up Texas. I don't know why though. Like they don't really. They just like want to. They really want to beat up the guy from Texas. So
Bastards.
okay. On their way home, these dumb fucks find another Cajun, and they think he's one of the people that shot the sergeant, even though he's like ahead of them. So like, why would this dude be ahead of them when they shot him like 20 miles ago? It doesn't make any sense. But they
He's
they
fast.
find him. Yeah, they find him, and because he's Cajun, they just beat the shit out of him, and they take all his food and all his guns. And then one of the army dudes loses his fucking mind, and he takes off his shirt, and he paints like a fucking cross on his fucking chest, like he's in the Crusades about to fucking kill some Muslims. It was fucking weird. And it's never really explained why he did this, but that's what he did. So after he did that shit, he blew the fuck out of the Cajun shack. He just took some dynamite and blew it the fuck
He
up.
said, Cajun Shaq. I'm just imagining Shaquille O'Neal as like a Cajun guy, and this dude just blew him.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
This is for America.
Just sucks his fucking dick hard.
I bet the Cajuns just like, okay, government. Oh, by the way, the Cajun guy has only one arm. So Leon Kowalski, this is Leon Kowalski.
He's like
He only has one
Kamala.
arm.
He's only a head.
No, he has everything except one arm. So after all that shit, the Crusader just kind of talks gibberish, and everyone like gets freaked out and shit like that. But then he puts his jacket back on, and everyone's just like, "All right, well, I guess he's done blowing shit up," and they move on with their
He's
lives.
done blowing everybody.
Yeah, no, he's just got nut all over his fucking hair. It's fine.
He just did a blow bang.
So now all the other Cajuns are stalking them, and they leave like 8 bunnies hung up and gutted because there's 8 of them, and so they're all like all the rabbits have their throats slit and their guts hanging out, and they're just kind of dangling. So they walk
makes
into
me
that,
hungry.
and after that they get attacked by a fucking pack of Rottweilers. And then, so after the Rottweilers attack them, they start bitching at each other again. This is like the 5th time they had an argument. So it's like a bad marriage. They're all just, yelling at each other constantly at this film.
That's the reason I'm moving.
So they're So after the Rottweilers, start biting everyone, they move on again, and the black guy dies like a Tomb Raider trap. He gets that shit right in the guts, like that cage door with spikes on it that you step on something and it goes boing, and it just fucking hits him in the chest and the throat and the face. And he does this fucking great death stream. He steps on it and he's like ah, and he dies. It's great.
That was a great scream.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that was good.
I loved it.
Should be an actor. So then Spencer, Keith Carradine, he gets bitch slapped because he's the acting captain is like really bad at his job, and Keith Carradine's like, I can do better, but like he gets slapped. He's like, no, and so that doesn't happen. And then next, the dude that paints his chest with the cross decides like just to stop moving and talking at all. So they tie him up because he's freaking everyone out. So him and like Leon.
Wait, because he stops moving, so they tie him up.
Bro, yeah, they tie him up and just like him and the Cajun prisoner are like together and like a rope. They just kind of like follow behind him. So he's also a prisoner now because he just went crazy. I also wrote that like there's actually no Cajun music. It's just a bunch of Japanese windpipes for some reason. So
in my head, this whole time this movie has just been playing the music from a Popeyes commercial.
No, not at all, man. It's like a Japanese anime set in like Japan or China.
Lots of wind instruments.
Yeah, mostly the same one. I don't know how many there are.
So there's a lot of blowing in this movie.
Yeah, like Angus said, blowing and blowing and blowing. Yeah.
Even
so the next morning, which I think is the third morning. And it takes place in a fog machine. I don't know how, but they get transported into a fog machine. And then one of the dudes Fred Ward starts fucking waterboarding the Cajun. He's all like, I'm going to waterboard you, or like, whatever dialogue is happening. And then Texas is like, bro, you shouldn't do that to prisoners. And so him and Fred Ward like knife fight each other. And it ends up with Fred Ward. And and when
Fred Ward in a beat it situation.
When they're knife fighting, the Cajun prisoner Leon Kowalski is like, stab him, and he's Cajun and shit, so he's like yelling in French to stab the other guy. He's like rooting against it or for it and some shit. So anyway, Fred Ward dies, and then Cajun runs off, and then the fog machine turns into a wailing thunderstorm for like 6 minutes. And I can't hear the dialogue, but it's a cool storm. So that's what happens next. So after all that shit, our boy Stucky and Keith Carradine, they like kneel, like to have a little powwow together, like soldiers do. And I noticed both of their hair because they have amazing hair. And it's definitely Stucky that has the better hair. So this is like where I come to that conclusion.
I'm glad that you give us these hair updates.
Bro,
I really wish this had been like an ongoing thing, so it would be part of our website. Just all these screen caps of hair rent by Mike.
Maybe we gotta go backwards. We gotta find them.
We have like
dude, Mike
season.
Stamos had great hair.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Wait, have we watched the Stamos movie, or did I just bring him up 17 times?
No, I did.
No, just in general, I mean.
I watched his movie and
yeah, that's right.
And
cool. All right.
That's why you said the John Stamos.
Yeah.
All right, so after the knife fight or whatever I just said, the Cajuns dig up all the dead bodies of the people that died, and they pose them in like a dead body pose, and it freaks the fuck out of the soldiers. And like as they like start running away, like a whole shitload of trees is falling on them. Like I don't even know how that shit would happen, but like they all had to scatter because the trees started falling on them. If you can imagine a bunch of swamp trees falling on soldiers, that's
yeah
exactly what happened next.
Yep, just like that.
Just like that.
In my mind's eye, as if it were before me in reality.
So then the end of our friend Stucky, he sees an army helicopter and starts like running after it, but then he gets stuck in quicksand and this fucking dies in like 5 seconds, man. It's just done. Like he steps in the quicksand and he's up to his titties in the quicksand, and then he starts yelling at the army helicopter, and the last thing he says is like, please. And then he fucking dies. That's it. That's Lewis is dead. No more that guy.
No.
And then the acting captain, I forget his name. He didn't matter, but he for some reason like he saw a bunch of Cajuns, and then he started running at them slow mo. I mean, he was running fast speed, but the camera was slow mo. Like nobody really knew why. He just ran at them, and they shot him because of course just shot him. So he's dead. A bunch of them are dead. So a lot of them are dead now. So
I can hear that Girl Gray seeping in, Mike.
So anyway, after that guy died, because they all scattered because of the trees. You guys remember the trees?
Yeah,
that guy who's
that
now
fell
dead.
on the soldiers. If you can picture that, I was there.
Yeah. So
where's the acting captain?
The acting
he's
captain?
dead, man. He just died. He just
Because
died.
he didn't
So the
matter.
guy that was-
I love that term, acting captain. It sounds great.
So the guy that was with the acting captain starts crying. He starts crying because he doesn't know what to do because his acting captain's dead. He leans.
Stop saying it.
He leans against one of the trees. The trees aren't. This one isn't falling down. This is like a tree. It's standing.
And then it's actually
And
a
he's just like-
Cajun shack.
No, but he starts crying and he starts saying things like, "I wasn't supposed to be here." Except he's part Cajun too, so he's got that Cajun thing going. And you'll never believe this. They shoot
Dante
him.
from
Be here
Clerks.
today.
They shoot him because he's just fucking standing there like a retard. So this guy's dead too. I don't know his name. He was irrelevant. So after that guy died, what happens next? That's me. That's not something I
Alright,
should
cool.
tell you what happens next. So the Cajun, yeah, he's dead against a tree. The Cajun.
Who are you talking
Okay.
to?
Who's alive?
And then, okay, literally, there's 3 left. That was my notes. So there's 3 left. Good job by you, Angus. You're right on the ball there. It's Keith Carradine, right? Keith Carradine's alive.
Yeah, Keithy.
And his hair. He didn't shave his head. He's still alive.
His hair is another person.
His hair
Texas.
counts as another one, Keith. His hair, not the acting captain.
Hair Carradine is alive. And there's Texas. Texas is alive too. And then that guy who fucking did the Muslim killing fucking cross thing, he's alive too. He's still
So
on
the
rope.
3 coolest people.
Yeah, well, Stucky was my favorite. He drowned.
Lewis, the
So that's
actual
fine.
Lewis, is dead.
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. So Spencer asks Stucky about his wife, and he's like, "Hey man, if you die, I'm gonna fuck your wife because she's kind of cool." And then Texas is like, "I don't have a sense of humor." And then Keith's like, so that's a cool scene. That goes on like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That was the gist of the
Seemingly
5-minute
long.
scene.
Like,
I don't know. I
no,
don't want
really,
a dialogue. You don't want to be here for the whole dialogue. That was the gist of it.
All right.
So Leon Kowalski comes back and he starts speaking English because he can. And then like he points a shotgun at them. He's like, "You guys gotta fucking skedaddle," and they do.
I love your Cajun
except-
accent.
Thank you. And then the guy who was like tied up, he died. So there's only 2 left.
He just
But the
died?
last
He just
20
gave
minutes
up?
is no, they killed the shit out of him. They killed him while everyone was sleeping.
He
Yeah,
killed the
he's dead
shit
because
out of
he was easy because he had rope. So anyway, there's a
He was
last
a
20
submissive.
So the last 20 minutes is my selling point because it's really cool. So I'm done.
Okay.
Man, that was a great movie. I want to reiterate how great this movie was.
We
All right.
heard
rarely-
ya.
This was the 3rd movie I immediately bought the Blu-ray for, so you know it's pretty alright.
I don't know that because it's
Pretty
you.
alright.
Well, hang on. The other one was Dead Man, and we all agreed that was a pretty cool movie.
I haven't
And I
seen
can't
never
remember
saw
the
it.
second one. Well, I mean, I saw it and I thought it was pretty great. So.
You bought the Blu-ray for Monster Dog, which I borrowed and watched with Angus, and we did not like that movie, even though Alice Cooper was in it. But Alice Cooper
what?
was dubbed, and you
I-
failed to mention dubbed Alice Cooper on the show.
I didn't notice he was dubbed, man. I don't know.
I want to interrupt on that. I
Please.
enjoyed it for how stupid it was.
Hell
but
yeah.
if we hadn't heard Mike's explanation of it, I would have hated it.
Yeah,
Hell-
I couldn't.
Yeah.
sit
It's literally the
and
only thing
watch
that made
What,
it good.
what
was
you,
knowing
all I
what
heard
Mike
was
said.
Mike makes things better, and I agree.
Take it that way, buddy. Take it that way.
I'm taking it, bro.
Take it to the bank
yeah,
and see
take
how much
that
money
shit.
you get it
I'm
for.
fucking. Bank, man. You sound
Fucking
like a
take
fucking dominatrix there, bro. I'm ready to
Oh,
push
yeah.
it. Yeah, not push it.
What if that song was just them redoing Salt and Peppa's Push It?
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
you push it real good.
dude! Imagine if that was like, that's great. Oh, Johnny Handsome. That was the other movie, bro. I knew I did a second one.
I
What?
didn't do that movie.
Who
He did Johnny Handsome. That was Walter Hill? Oh, it was
Yeah.
Walter Hill. Okay, so yeah,
Oh,
Walter
yeah.
Hill. New second
Hell
favorite
yeah.
director.
Hell yeah.
When
Tied.
you said Johnny Handsome, I was thinking of TJ's Angel Heart movie.
Yeah.
What was his name? Johnny Rocket?
Yeah, Johnny like Stardust or something like that.
So wait, we gotta get this in the pod. We gotta make.
Oh
a
no, it's on.
notation.
It's on. And now I'll go
Yeah,
into
I'm-
my
I'm
movie,
on. Hell yeah.
which my movie was called Wild Women, and for this I know I'm gonna at least have the best titled movie of the episode. The alternate title for my movie was Bowanga Bowanga, White Sirens of Africa.
What the fuck kind of Rocky and Bullwinkle shit is this?
It's from 1951, and it stars
shit.
Lewis Wilson.
Nice.
What
is it called again?
Bowanga Bowanga, White Sirens of Africa.
I've never wanted to Google something more in my life on this show.
So it starts out with some stock footage of...
Can I ask if anybody's wearing blackface in this movie?
Yeah.
Wearing what?
Yeah. Sort of.
Yeah, really?
So I'll get to it. It's not like minstrel blackface, but so there's these guys on the expedition, and it's totally inexplicable. They have like 3 guides or porters, right? And 2 of the guys are black guys, but the third is just this like old. He's old. He's got to be like 56, and he's just a browned up old white guy.
Oh.
So like,
wait, why is Lewis Wilson so familiar? I don't usually.
He's nobody. He's nobody.
Oh, well then I don't know them.
So,
well then I don't know him.
It opens with some stock footage of African tribes, and then some leopards and elephants, and there's this narration that says, "Is this story fact or is it fiction? Who can say?"
Dude, fucking Jonathan Frakes is introducing this.
Oh my god.
Is it beyond belief, fact or fiction?
Alright, so we see these 2 guys.
Do Africans really
and they're
hang out with
3
giraffes?
porters.
Nope, we got you this time.
Dude, that was my favorite part is how like smug he was when he just be like, no, we were fucking with you. I believe it's on Hulu or Amazon Prime. Everybody go watch that show. It's fucking great.
Just watch the 3-minute thing where he says no and nah for like two straight minutes.
They have the supercut of that?
Oh my god, yeah, I have it somewhere saved. I don't know where, but it's amazing.
I want that for like fucking memes and shit. Mm-hmm. That'd be awesome.
There's
Go ahead, DJ.
Two guys walking the high grass with their 3 porters, and they're just walking through the grass. Then we get some stock footage of a monkey, and then we see like in some trees, there's a gorilla chasing a girl, and then I think the gorilla drags the girl away while another girl watches. But
I can't tell if you're being racist or we're talking about monkeys.
No, like a guy in a gorilla
Was this
suit.
the 50-year-old white dude?
No.
Yeah.
But it was so shitty and chopped up that it's like surreal. And then we get a shot of the guys on top of a hill, and they're like looking around, and then they point, but I have no clue if they're supposed to be seeing the girl and the gorilla in the woods or not. Also, the score, there is music to this, but it just immediately cuts and jumps from shot to shot. So it'll be like, I don't know, for instance, like it'll be like violins as the guys walk, and then like the next shot is the girl and the gorilla, and it's like trumpets. But it doesn't even like fade or anything. It's just, they just tack the track to whatever shot, and then when it's a new shot, it's a wholly different track.
Well, that's just bad editing.
It's really bad.
Editing. You need to audit your language.
And then we get some more of the pointing from on top of the hill, and there's some totally not lined up stock footage of animals. So like they're pointing.
Is your
from
movie
the top of the
fucking
hill.
stock footage? Like what the fuck? Dude.
Whoa.
That was the creepiest fucking laugh. Dude, that laugh was stock footage.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a
didn't
stock
seem
laugh. I just hit play.
believable.
No, this is actually the worst movie I have watched for the show, and actually one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I think it barely even qualifies as a movie.
Can I ask how long it is? Or
A little over an hour.
Okay, so it's pretty short though. So
Yeah, it's technically a feature. It's like 62 minutes long.
Okay, so it just barely reached it, probably with credits, right?
Well, it's from 1951, so there's not really credits. They jump right in, and there's like no.
Oh shit! They went all in for that 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They threw in the extra fucking monkeys and pointing for
yes.
to reach their goal.
Okay, so there's these 2 main guys. I forget the white guy's name, and he's got this Italian guy who I just put in Luigi. I called the white guy Clark, and then the other guy is Luigi, except he has some other like stereotypical Italian name, but he looks like Luigi.
I hope you just pretended their names were something like Lewis and Clark. Like, this movie's fine.
Yeah.
He fucked it worse than I did.
And then this other guy, this is Lewis, runs from a gorilla into Clark and Luigi's camp, and then he passes out. And then there's some stock footage of a chimp just sitting there staring. Just hanging out.
Dude, every time you say stock footage or like an animal, like I'm just imagining it was at a zoo and you can see the cage and shit. Like it's not even well done.
It's not that bad, but
it's rolling up a cigarette.
Every single stock footage shot is completely incongruous to wherever the actual humans are. So it's like they're filming in somebody's backyard in California, and then suddenly like you're next to a river.
That's pretty great.
And the guy, just before he passes out, he says, Bowanga, Bowanga, white sirens of Africa. Also, the entire movie, the music never stops. It does abruptly jump from shot to shot and scene to scene, but it never stops.
Did you find out what Bowanga meant?
It's supposed to be the name of the tribe of the white sirens of Africa.
Are they white?
Yes, we're getting to that.
Oh, they're literally white tribes in Africa?
There's not, but we're getting to that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
So, Lewis wakes up, he's okay, and he tells Clark and Luigi his story. So he flashes back, but then, like, instead of telling them, like, what happened, why he ran to them, passed out. What?
I just imagine the Lewis, Clark, and Luigi name of the ship.
So, instead of, like, explaining to them, like, why he ran to them and passed out, he's like, let me tell you my story. And he goes back to his childhood. And he talks about how he grew up in Africa. And then we get stock footage of a leopard.
God, I was going to say monkey.
And then boy Lewis wakes up in his little hut. And they're screaming and roaring outside. And then he lets a woman and a young boy in. And they're hiding from the leopard. And it breaks in, and they actually have a leopard that comes into the hut now, but it literally just disappears. Like, it breaks through, and it's like they do one of those trick shots where it goes, poof, and then it just disappears. And now there's a python coming through the roof.
Like a real python or a stock footage python?
Like a real python coming through the roof. And then in his narration, he says the leopard jumped on the roof. We don't see that at all. And I guess it kills the snake because the snake falls down. So then they climb onto the roof, and they get away, I guess.
How do you get away on a roof?
They just like climb down a tree. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
I never know what's happening in TJ's movies, man.
Never.
Ever.
What I also need to mention is that except when we see Lewis, Clark, and Luigi together, a lot of this movie is shot silent and just overdubbed. And they also didn't add sound effects. There's no sound effects in this movie.
So like, when you see, like, the stock footage of the monkeys, they're not, like, making sounds or
No,
anything?
there's no noise, no sound effects. And a lot of the movie is narrated. Like, he's telling his flashbacks, it's all strictly narration. And then you do get the sound effects of, like, the roaring and the screaming, but that's it. And it's just all narrated.
Weird.
And later, boy Lewis is checking on his rabbit that he has outside of the hut, and his dad comes home drunk, and he like just throws the rabbit on the ground, and then he leaves again. And Lewis sees some white chicks in bathing suits in the woods.
It's the Wayans brothers.
One of them throws one of them throws a rock at Lewis's dad and knocks him out. And then we see some stock footage of a tribe, an African tribe.
We see some stock footage of rocks.
Yes. And then now, finally, Lewis gets to the point and narrates his latest expedition. And then we get a lot of stock footage of leopards and orangutans and chimps. And it's basically like Lewis became obsessed with those the white women in bikinis he had seen.
Hell yeah, dude.
So Lewis has devoted his entire life looking for the white sirens, those women in bikinis. And now, in his adult life...
You started really late, though.
Yeah, well, that's... Yeah, fucking no.
It took you fucking 32 years to start looking for them.
34, actually. Well, yeah.
Well, that was close.
Yeah.
And so now Lewis is on this expedition, and he catches a glimpse of one in a leopard bikini. Not stock footage of a leopard bikini, but an actual woman in a leopard bikini. And she looked kind of like Tura Satana. I don't know if that's how you say her name. I don't know if you know who that is.
From Mortal Kombat?
No, she was in Faster Pussycat Kill. Although the woman in this movie doesn't have breasts as huge. But that's kind of, she was kind of like tall and like dark skinned and had kind of an intense face. Lewis gets lost.
Sound pleasant.
Intense face.
Lewis
gets a woman with an intense face.
Yeah, no. I mean, she wasn't known for her
Captain
face.
Marvel.
Intense faces reminds me like of a Danny Trejo like type shit. Like it's fucking terrifying.
Imagine Danny Trejo with fucking Double D Danny.
Double Danny.
Oh no. Somebody's probably shopped that online.
You want to suck my tits, eh?
Machetina. So Lewis gets lost chasing this chick, and then we see some stock footage of alligators, zebras, and then lions. And
Jesus,
oh my. Dude,
then his story catches up to when he met Clark and Luigi, and they actually replay the same scene where he runs to them and passes out. And now this is the point where they're continuing their expedition to try to find the white sirens. And the three porters are like, nah, we're not going any further. And they run off. And then we get some stock footage of some lemurs. And Lewis and Clark and Luigi set up camp. And then there's some stock footage of some deer.
The movie's lazy.
Luigi is about to shoot one. And as he's about to shoot one, there's some stock footage of some owls. And then
what the fuck?
And then Tura and a friend, the Tura being the chick, we'll call her that. Tura and a friend capture Luigi. And Lewis and Clark hear it, and then they chase after Luigi, and then there's some more stock footage of owls.
Can you imagine though if today movies were like this, where it just kept switching? God. Like if you're watching Avengers Endgame,
imagine if Joker has stock footage of a bunch of clowns.
Yeah, like that doesn't even line up. So no. Like the current for like it's like you're watching Joker, and then they have like black and white footage of clowns.
Or you just see like
killer clowns from outer space.
Yes! Fucking somebody's playing like solitaire and they throw down the Joker card and then they have to take it out of the stack because it wasn't supposed to be there. Like old like fucking 30s footage of like fucking jugglers and shit just randomly thrown into it. Just from like Danish films.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about the juggalos.
The juggalos. Dude, there's footage of juggalos.
Just concert footage just thrown into the Joker.
Fucking Fago thrown everywhere. He ruins his hair. He becomes the Joker just to kill fucking DJ Dopeman or whatever his name is.
DJ Dopeman? Is that the name?
I don't like that because it's, dude, fucking halfway through the movie, it's just footage of The Gathering. That's how it got his origin.
It's like him giving a speech to a crowd, and then the crowd shouts at the gathering. but like a shot that includes the stage, which like shows whoever's performing.
Like fucking Tech 9 is up there in black and white.
Yes.
But it's only stock footage of him.
Yeah. And it's
He
silent.
was like a 13-year-old boy making his first rhymes.
Oh gosh, where was I?
end.
So then more white women in bikini come out of the rocks, and they all laugh.
Yeah.
And so they
White women have it easy. I get it.
catch Luigi, and they're talking to him. He's like, "Oh, you talk like you speak English," and she says, "Me talk white man talk," and then the next line they say,
That doesn't.
"We burn you."
My kind of woman.
Even when she says, "We burn you."
Yeah, burn the witches.
Whatever, you gotta take the good with the bad as long as they speak white.
And then they all start singing.
We
And
are white. We are the world.
Michael,
We are white,
sorry.
we are the world.
I thought that's what they were gonna say.
so Lewis and Clark get captured too.
Dude,
And
just imagine if the We Are the World song was just about being white.
that would not be good.
But
You wouldn't hear that song at all anymore.
But even like Michael Jackson and shit was on. Well, I mean, he did turn, but okay.
So Luigi's eating dinner, and then there's a girl fight, and then they dance, and then there's stock footage of an orangutan, and
Jesus Christ.
Dude, if there's one more stock footage, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
there's
I'm
like 10
quitting.
more, dude. I'm telling you every single one. So
I'm gonna put in stock audio of me like just going, ha ha. Hell yeah.
That's what I did for your Lord of the G-Strings one. I just recorded a few. How much longer is this? And then just.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
you. It was a
Yeah,
great
this movie
review.
was awesome, though. Your movie
Yeah.
has monkeys.
And then Lewis and Clark eat while the girls splash
What?
around. And then there's stock
mean,
footage of a
I
deer,
do like girls.
separate stock footage of a leopard, and then stock footage of a moose, which I didn't even think was in Africa. But apparently, according to Bowanga, White Sirens of Africa, there are moose in Africa.
No, Africa. No, there's only moose in like Wisconsin.
they're
Canada.
yeah, they're in Ontario, dude.
Fucking
that's the
TJ's
same
gonna go
country.
visit them.
I've actually seen one live in Ontario. Like
With fucking.
like in
elbows
the backwoods, like not just walking down the street like in the metropolitan
dark
area,
woods?
like downtown.
I'm a moose.
Yeah, I'm a
Tell us
moose.
about the dark woods,
I'm gonna
TJ.
cut you. That was a
Mr.
better
Miller.
edited video than this movie was.
The moose
wow.
that tells you where the white
I mean, that
women
was a pretty good
are.
editing. It takes a fucking knife to your eye.
Luigi shows the girls a mirror, and then they fight over it. And then
Yeah.
Tura shows
scissor?
off the men, and then there's some like other like another tribe or like a sect of this tribe of white women.
Like Spanish, like Latinas.
No, they're all
Ooh,
white,
that's sexy.
and they're mad
boo.
that Tura is taking all the men as her husbands. And then the men have to fight a woman to prove to Tura that they're man enough to be her husband.
Like any
Holy
woman?
tuna.
But she picks one woman and then like has her champion, and they each have to fight her. And if they lose, she's gonna burn them. And if they win, they're her husband for forever, and they don't get to go home.
Dude, I'm gonna just go jerk off. This sounds awful. What the hell?
So Luigi gets beaten, and then Clark gets beaten, but Lewis beats his woman. And he will marry the queen, and he's not allowed to leave. But then one girl helps them all escape, and then there's a white woman's civil war. And then there's a bunch of girl fights, and they all stop to chase the men who have escaped. And then there's a stock footage of a chimp. And the men get away by setting off fireworks, which terrify white women. And the girl...
White women
They're
are like
fucking
dogs.
cats.
What? And then the girl who helped them get away catches up, and they all just literally just sing and walk away. And that's the end of Bowanga, White Sirens of Africa.
This is my favorite part of the movie.
I enjoyed the stock footage. I don't know. I thought it was well put in.
I'm gonna get some peanuts, man. I need some fucking salt.
Okay.
Can I just say, Like, what did Mike say?
Mike said he's gonna go get some salt.
Is he on mic or?
I'm going.
All right.
Oh, well, I guess I'll pee again or something.
I'll
Try
just
to
go
force one
pace. I'll go pace.
out. Let me go hang out with some stock footage monkeys.
But what the hell? We have another person on the show? What's going on here?
They're sharing fucking recipes.
What's going on? Is Mike having a conversation with a recording of himself?
Dude, Mike sounds like he's having a conversation with his husband, and he's just like, "Oh no, I make the greatest beans, honey. Wait till you try these. They're gonna knock your fucking socks off."
Is that Patty?
Dude, it's our biggest fan.
Yeah.
No, it's the seed of our biggest fan. Oh, dude, we love her.
We do.
This is so fucking weird.
If you don't mind, like, fatty on fatty on fatty.
Mike's starting
That's
a
my
new fucking
favorite thing.
cooking podcast. Like, come on, Mike. Stay focused. You're not on your cooking show right now.
No, I'm sorry. I'm the people in the house. All right, go.
It's just...
Go. I'm good. Wait, do I talk about my movie?
Wait,
I
no.
already did, kid.
But was any
He was looking at you.
Mike,
Boogie
were you
woogie.
on mic for any of that?
Oh, no.
Ah.
Man.
So-
That was so good.
We were on break and Mike's roommate came home and it seriously sounded like Mike just abandoned our podcast to go have a cooking podcast.
With his husband.
I was about to
It
say
was
I do listen to a cooking podcast, but now it is.
Honestly, like you guys' conversation could support a show.
It was good.
Yeah, I was
It-
riveted and I don't like even get into cooking like that.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Fuck
Very
yeah, dude.
informative.
You guys got to do a show.
I'll get into it. I'll get on.
Get drunk and
I'll
cook.
I'll get
Get on
inside
it.
of him for this.
Hell yeah.
I
Dude, those
think it's-
refried beans sounded great. I don't even like beans, but fuck
Dude,
it.
you don't like, but refried beans aren't even beans. They're just fucking delicious.
And you were telling
I
us how
don't-
not to make it too fatty. Like, man.
Yeah, you said fatty upon
Tip.
fatty upon fatty.
Angus watched a movie or cooked something. What show are we on now?
I don't think he watched the movie. What do you got, Ingo?
I did indeed watch a movie. I forgot to write down the year of it. I think it was like 2018, 2017.
Last year?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Is that the most recent movie we've watched for the show?
Well, no, ready or not.
Well, yeah, but that's not a regular episode.
If we want to be technical.
Yeah.
I think I did something from a year ago, but maybe not.
Anyway.
Fuck it. This is the newest movie.
Yeah.
Clown thing was pretty recent.
It's called Needlestick, and it's available on Amazon Prime and Tubi.
Oh.
I'm drinking my beer. All right. So the movie begins with a man. He awakes on like a slab, and there's dead bodies everywhere. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one. As soon as you say dead bodies everywhere, everybody's singing corn.
Corn. Instantly. Dead bodies everywhere. Okay. It's not as good as Ants, man.
3 days since I died.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, it was earlier that day.
Okay.
Because after the credits,
3
it
hours.
says earlier that day.
I wish that was a song. Earlier that day.
Earlier that day, she came running up to me. The dude, he runs through the hospital wearing scrubs, and there's this chick on like a microscope, right? And she's like, "I can't find the nucleus."
She's under or above it.
Is that a dick joke?
No. She's just really trying to look for the nucleus under the microscope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I'm
So
not good
that-
with science.
So that's when our hero comes in, Dr. Baby Bear. He runs over to tell her,
What?
"You gotta look closer, you dumb bitch." Yes, my movie stars Noseworthy.
I didn't even know he was still in showbiz.
He is, and dude, he looks exactly the fucking same.
Of course he does. He's like John Stamos. The dude can't age.
This motherfucker does not age at all. It's so weird. Like, somebody who, like, has, like, this ability to, like, go 20 years and look the same, but doesn't have a career is fucking mind-boggling to me.
Is his name Lewis and Clark?
No, that's where I fucked up.
Oh.
No one's named Lewis or Clark, and no one goes on an expedition.
No. What I thought in my head when I was doing... Because I watched my movie last night at, like, fucking 10 at night. I was going to try to bail out of the episode, in all honesty. But I was like, fuck, I can't do that because it's going to be a long time before I can get another one in. Yeah. So, like, what I remember was it was something with Lewis and Clark, and I remember us talking about, like, characters from the movie. So right. I thought it meant, like, we could watch a movie with guys who were either on the Lewis and Clark or the Event Horizon.
That's the entire cast.
That's what went through my head.
Okay.
So that's why I picked a Baby Bear movie.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm glad somebody did.
I mean, you fucking killed our buzz for 5 years from now when we have to pick a Baby Bear movie, but all right.
It's one fucking movie and none of you will watch this and you know it, so shut up.
I mean, I might, 'cause Baby Bear.
All right. So, like, she's stupid and can't find it, so he comes over and is like, you dumb bitch, this is where it is. And the man comes in, the guy from earlier, who was wearing the scrubs and shit.
Dead Body Man?
His name is... Yeah, Dead Body Man. Another Juggalo reference. I love it. His name is Clark. So Clark comes in. I'm gonna have to remember that every time I read his name.
I hope it's Kevin Sarbo. He just doesn't want to tell
us. That would be great. I would totally break. So Clark comes in, and Dr. Baby Bear is sitting there, and he's like complimenting him, but he's doing it in like a dickish way, like, everybody, you can, like, if you stay up and kiss everybody's ass, you can be as good as Clark here. But he's being sincere, but in a dickish way, because Clark has done really well. All right, so then we get this shot of, like, this really hot chick, like, she's, like, boxing, like, one of those fucking just standing boxy things, and she's fucking really in shape, and it turns out...
Are they, like, looking for, like, viruses or something? What's happening? Like,
yeah, kind of. Because they're in the hospital, they're looking for something. Her and Clark used to be a thing, but the thing was, like, he chose his career over her. And she's been very bitter about it ever since.
Oh.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I can feel him. I can feel both of them. I'm a feeling kind of guy.
I would like to feel both of them.
I'm touching myself.
Hell yeah. I'm touching you. All right, so Clark is going around and he's looking for this doctor, right? And then he finds him.
This Dr. Love?
Feelgood.
Close. He finds Dr. Lance Henriksen.
Oh, shit, it is Dr. Love. TJ was right.
So, going back, I think Lance Henriksen now is our most, like, 16-ounce actor ever, right?
It has to be.
Yeah, he was in my Native American
movie. Of my movies.
Actually, he was, he had a double header in the Native American movies with me and Mike.
Yeah. So... And I could have sworn we used them before, like another time. But
so we gotta have like
up there.
Our official list of beloved 16-ounce cast and crew. So we love Walter Hill and Jim Jarmusch, and Brian James, John Stamos, and Lance Henriksen.
Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
Dude, I bought a Lance Henriksen shirt like 2 weeks ago just because he was on it for the movie Man's Best Friend.
Wait, he has shirts?
No, it's the movie Man's Best Friend, but Lance Henriksen's on it, like, holding a gun.
Mike got, like, excited as if Lance Henriksen had his own, like, clothing line, like a Target.
Yes.
It'd be like the L, and then the lower part of the L is like the middle part of the H.
Oh my god, I see it perfectly.
Yeah, like Louis Vuitton.
Holy shit. But it's
Lance Henriksen purses.
Oh, that would
we gotta
cool.
get on that. I would so wear a man purse for Lance.
Like,
dude,
man,
we
do you
gotta
want a
pitch this
Michael
idea to
Kors,
him.
a Louis Vuitton, a Gucci, or a Lance Henriksen? I don't know if we can afford that Lance.
Dude, it's the most expensive one. Like, women are just fighting, like they're fist fighting on Black Fridays over Henriksen fucking.
Imagine Henriksen and Stymos fighting for shelf space.
I'm in the store like struggling. Should I get the Kenneth Cole sunglasses, some classic Ray-Bans, or these really nice Lance Henriksens?
Dude, my frames to my glasses are Henriksen's.
Oh, dude, if he had a scent, I would be totally wearing his cologne.
Dude, you know what's hilarious is like the Jordache version would actually be his name spelled correctly. All right, so he finds Dr. Lance Henriksen, and like there's like just this backstory about explaining that the cellular phone tower is down, so nobody's getting reception.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, of course. So this cute girl Brittany shows up, and she's there to watch her suicidal goth friend who's on suicide watch.
Wait, we just went to like an erotica now?
No, she's just there like, hey, I'm here to watch my suicide goth friend.
That's a great line
And
of dialogue.
now Dr. Henriksen is talking about
So
jellyfish
you're
being
committed
immortal.
to saying his name correctly.
I guess. All right, Dr. Henriksen.
Against all show standards, you're going to say his
I
name
know.
correctly.
I just. I
Don't you know where you are?
feel- You and the Henriksen, baby. All right. Fuck. Dr. Henriksen is now talking about jellyfish being immortal, and then this man, like, he just starts yelling at Dr. Henriksen for illegal autopsies that he's been performing.
You should be
And
yelled
he's like-
at for that kind of thing.
He's like, Henriksen, you know we're gonna get sued for this, you fucking asshole. And now, like, we cut to Dr. Baby Bear, and he got a text that really scared him.
Wait,
It, like,
he got a
spooked
text
him out.
even though the cell tower's down? That is spooky.
Exactly. I don't know how he got this text. So he told everyone to go home. Like, everybody in the lab, he's like, everybody go home for the day. You're done. And they're just like, but this is our home, sir. And he's just like, get the fuck out. So now Dr. Baby Bear goes to talk.
I just listened to an interview. There's this scientist guy at a what's it called? The
Gay scientists are us.
no,
Gay
where the
Institute.
atom smasher thing, the particle proton collider, whatever. Anyway, this guy made a zombie movie.
Sounds like a cool video game.
At the Hadron Collider, and part of the interview was exactly that, where he's like, scientists, like, they go home. It's a job. We don't just live there. So, anyway.
Interesting.
The movie was called Decay. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to.
The gay.
Decay!
That's what I was just about to say. It was too gay. Too gay! Alright, fuck, where was I? Dr. Baby Bear starts talking to Dr. Henriksen, and he's panicked because somebody's posting all their shit online, and it says it'll go up in the morning once their network is back.
Like,
So,
all their,
Like
like,
their cockpits?
their goofy selfies and stuff?
well, like, somebody's been recording them and what they've been doing and shit, like, because
I
they've
thought it's like Dr. Lance Henriksen, like, naked next to one of his illegal autopsies. Like, like those photos from Iraq, that got everybody in trouble.
like, he's just pointing and laughing at a jellyfish.
Jellyfish wearing a dog collar.
It's on top of a fucking Christmas tree.
Dr. Baby
Eating
Bear
bacon.
pissing on a jellyfish.
Well, that's a step too far.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they're like, oh my god, we're in so much trouble.
Well, dude, if you're supposed to piss on a jellyfish thing, like, what happens if you piss on the jellyfish itself?
Dude,
That's like that meme where like the brain is exploding.
Like it's just, it like gets brighter and brighter until boom.
Like getting stung by a jellyfish, peeing on a jellyfish sting, peeing on a jellyfish. I don't know how to.
Dude, if jellyfish ever tried to like overtake us, like that's how we defeat them, is like squirt guns filled with pee.
Yes, I'm confident.
Dude, fucking the
work.
Uzis that I had.
Yes,
the water Uzi of piss. Just taking out fucking jellyfish.
Stop the jellyfish overlords.
Well, I didn't know they were fucking immortal. Did you?
Oh yeah, that's tricky.
I don't believe it, but I do understand that it's true.
Dude, if Dr. Hendrickson told me that, I believe it.
I mean, I should have known. I started this episode drinking hot sauce, and look where we've come.
All right. Yeah, so the people are going to post their shit, and they say they got to destroy the network. All of a sudden, like, you just see this dude that's shirtless with bandages all over his body, and he's just doing sit-ups. Like, he's fucking jacked, too.
It's Noah Huntley.
It's not Noah Huntley. That'd be awesome. Well,
it's actually jacked from, like, the Tekken video game series. He's jacked. Angus plays one of those games. All right, cool.
I played, like 2 Tekkens.
2 Tekkens.
Fucking,
I played 2 Tekkens.
2 Tekkens.
I don't know why. We gotta stop.
Fuck. The funny thing was, when I was going through, like, to find a movie, like, starring somebody in one of the movies, I was going through the list on my Fire Stick, and it had Noah Huntley as Burning Man, and then he had a real name in the movie. Did you guys know this?
Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne does say his name, I thought, at some point.
It has it there. It's like Eugene something, I think.
Eugene Levy. Yeah,
Fuck.
That's it.
It's Eugene Levy. Yeah, fucking... Noah Huntley had these giant fucking black eyebrows.
Usually stand for vegetarian, like when you get pizza.
What?
That's what Eugene means, like it's vegetarian, like all the veggies in a pizza. Anyway, go on.
I've never heard that.
So if I call up Papa John's right now, like, hey, Papa, give me the Eugene, they'll give me a veggie pizza.
Well, you're not going to talk to Papa anymore. Papa liked to use a certain word too much.
Shaq's going to be like, hey, yo.
Oh, yeah, Shaq now?
I don't know why he's got all, but yeah.
I'll hook you up.
Does Shaq have a catchphrash? I'm a Shaq fu your pizza. I don't know what Shaq's.
Shaq fu your pizza. Dude, just ask for extra peppers for your dick. That's all I care about.
I was about to like confuse Shaq with Hulk Hogan. Yeah, you need to eat your veggies, brother.
One's black and one hates blacks. How can you confuse that?
I'm sending you the Eugene. Oh, yeah, we're getting all confused.
You on the gillet.
Okay, so Hogan and Papa John, they're off in their own go-away place.
White supremacy world, yeah.
Dude, they're hanging out with your dude from Texas.
Alternate white America.
They're out there singing their We Are the World song.
If it ain't white, it ain't right, brother.
Can you imagine, like, Hulk Hogan doing that in his, like, real American spiel? Like, you're not a real American.
So
racist. Him fighting Kamala with his knees and his elbows. Like tomorrow, he just finds Kamala. He throws him off the border of America into water.
So
Kamala can't swim.
You're just imagining Hulk Hogan going into this intense racist rage and like seeking out every current and former black wrestler to throw them out of the country.
Yes. Fuck yeah. That's a great fucking thing. I would watch Raw every night.
That's intense. Man.
Why don't you go back, brother?
Oh, no.
He starts waterboarding him in the Keys.
That's dark.
That's not dark. That's fucking that's wrestling right there. I can't wait. Women too. He starts fucking just being. He starts scrapping the shit out of the women. He's like, I hate women.
He hates women too. He's throwing
He's like, "Show us
women
your
out
puppies."
of the country.
Yeah.
Dude, this
He
would
starts
make
making him cover up. He becomes a Muslim.
So, like, what?
This is for Sharia, brother.
So Hulk Hogan's ideal America is full of white Muslim men.
Well, see, he was already the popular one. Then
This
he was Dark Hollywood. Now he's gonna be Sharia Hogan. It's gonna be great.
This goes with him destroying the Trade Center.
Oh my god!
Like, I predicted this years ago.
Jimmy Hart just starts wearing like a big white fucking sheet.
Dude, he makes him wear a fucking thing over his face.
Yes. With his fucking megaphone yelling.
But he's not allowed to speak in it.
Get rid of the apostates, brother! Oh, man. Then my guy can fight him because he's already got the Crusade cross on his chest. So it's cool.
Oh, dude. The SWO Sharia World Order.
So you're,
Oh, my God. Dude, I bet Rusev would be into this.
But it's playing on fucking
Rusev
flutes.
is his number one guy. He's the enforcer. He's like big boss man.
honestly,
He's the
this
enforcer.
would be a great way for WWE to make themselves relevant again. Is to like take all like the class and social and religious and gender warfare and then just reflect it in their wrestlers.
Dude, this
Yeah,
is
it would have to be
TNA.
John Cena, so it'd have to be like Sharia Cena or something like that.
So like John Cena's
And they have a show coming up in Saudi Arabia. This would be the perfect time for him to turn into like a Muslim extremist.
Dude, he turns heel.
Could
like
you
turns
imagine
into
John
a
Cena doing Wish a Kid or whatever the fuck that's called as like a Muslim extremist?
You know what's hilarious is on SmackDown 6 times an episode they have to pray to the
Oh my god.
to Mecca.
But only SmackDown, not Raw.
I wish you could see my face right now because I'm just like wide-eyed with shock. Just like, what if this happened?
Dude, the U.S. title will come back with like a vengeance. Like Rock would be the U.S. champion going up against Sharia Cena.
Dude, you know what would be great is if the Iron Sheik was like actually turned out to be the good guy trying to stop this.
So we're gonna have
Like,
like
this is too much.
So we're having like Muslim extremists, white supremacists, and then just like normal American dude is like, just stop, guys.
We gotta make Bobby Lashley the white supremacist. We gotta go all in.
He's a little miscast.
Oh, that's alright. He can be blind too. He doesn't know better. He loses his vision. Kane blows smoke in his eyes and he can't see.
Who's
his color.
gonna like wrestle as the racist cop who like kills black guys on traffic stops?
Whoa!
I mean, if we're going there, we're
killing
going all
black
out. If WWE is addressing everything in their wrestlers, somebody's got to be that guy.
It's actually Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
The little Mexican
But he
dude.
still wears the hat.
So he's
whatever
Rey
he has,
Mysterio
the hat.
in the mask, but just with like a cop hat on.
He actually dresses just like the Big Boss Man, except with his Rey Mysterio.
So he
fucking
would be
Luchador
on like the
mask.
tag team with Hogan then.
Oh yeah, they're together.
Yeah. Those
White
guys,
supremacy
the white
and,
supremacists and the
Sharia
racist
law.
cops go hand in
I'm
hand.
confused. Is Hogan a white supremacist or is he part
Yes.
of fucking Allah's fucking group?
Oh,
He's-
both.
Well, Hogan.
Wait, so he
because
plays
he's
both?
Hogan is so volatile. He is a Muslim white supremacist.
Dude, this is that's only after 6 months of being.
So Hogan's constantly
gotta get
changing
the
his
white-
identity to try to like stay relevant.
yeah, exactly. You can't
So,
just
like-
go all in.
Does he abandon Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in their fucking extremist group?
Wait, are they extremists
I
too
didn't know
now?
they
What
were.
are they?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure all this out. Like,
They're
there's so
part
many...
of Latino Heat.
So
I don't know. Are we doing a wrestling podcast?
No, we've just discovered how to make wrestling great again and bring down the nation.
Sharia Cena is still my
WGA.
favorite. I cannot wait for Sharia Cena.
Sharia Cena. Like I said, the do will all be played on like little fucking flutes and shit.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I don't know or remember what just happened. Angus, go back to
I have no fucking clue how we got there. I am so fucking wasted.
We're in the middle of your movie doing something.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, yeah. All the
Doctor-
selfies of them pissing on jellyfish are about to get out.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Jellyfish is coming up.
Yeah, they're fucking jellyfish. But they need the... Oh my god, I'm dying.
Okay.
They're talking about
We're
needing
almost there,
one
brother.
more test subject, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
And that bitch Brittany already left her suicidal goth friend.
Hell
By
yeah.
the suicide chick is goth. And apparently she used to be a dancer, and that her life
tiny
was ruined
dancer?
by- Tiny dancer!
So, I didn't know what that song was. I just never heard Elton John's Tiny Dancer, and we had a
I
friend,
didn't know it either.
and he was drunk, and he's like, yeah, you know, Tiny Dancer. And instead of singing Tiny Dancer, he just sang Holy Diver, but using the words Tiny Dancer. So I'm like, Tiny Dancer! You've been down too long in the midnight sea. I'm like, but that's Holy Diver. That's not Tiny Dancer. And I finally heard Tiny Dancer.
Is
It's like,
he
that's
for
nothing
Sharia
like-
law too? What's going on?
Oh, Mike, stop.
Oh, sorry.
We're talking about something else now, Mike.
All right.
Shout out to Lisa's son.
Hey!
Alright, shit. Fuck. Tiny dance. No, yeah.
The goth
Fuck,
girl's
I'm-
friend. They're gonna get her.
Yeah, Goth Girl's friend left. Dr. Baby Bear now is
Girls,
disguised
Goth
as an
Girls.
EMT. He's EMT
dropped that
Baby
pussy.
Bear.
All right.
That's
And he
a
does the old
MC
switcheroo.
whatever, nerd of Front-a-Lot.
Wait, what?
I was singing MC Front-a-Lot. Go on.
Oh yeah, MC Frontalot. He apparently still releases albums. I looked him up on Spotify the other day. He released an album like this year.
Good for him.
Yeah. I'm sure it's terrible.
I was gonna say it's almost like good for him. He's keep doing the thing he loves, but it's almost kind of sad. Like you had your time.
Dude, nerdcore is so fucking dead. The fact when I see like him or MC Chris still have albums out, it's like just embarrassing.
Like, is there nothing else you
Why?
can do, or?
I guess not. Like Compressor,
I mean,
didn't
if
he
you
just
made
go
money
away?
not working, you'd do it too.
Yeah, I was gonna say as if we're more successful than him.
He's been
Here
doing
in
it for
judgment.
fucking 15 years. We've done it for 2. And
Someone's
honestly,
gonna
I
say
think
that about
we're the
us
only
one day.
fans.
I hope we're big enough that one day someone's like 16 ounces still putting out episodes. well, good for them, I guess.
I remember when they were doing racist Hogan bits, but
I just call that realism, brother.
when they were doing Sharia Mania,
We probably still will be in 16 years.
what you gonna do when all the mania runs wild on you?
Another 16 years, we're gonna be talking about the same fucking wrestlers from 30 years ago.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's hilarious because we're only using old wrestlers.
I don't know new wrestlers.
Well, to be fair, Hulk Hogan was on the last Raw, so it's fine.
Yeah.
They let him
Not our
back.
fault. Yeah, he had him back. Him and Flair was on it too.
Well, I thought like they just like fucking erased him from history
No.
because of
No,
that.
he came
shit.
back.
Oh my
He
god, we are not a
apologized.
wrestling
He,
podcast.
he apologized to all the black people, and now everyone's happy.
He apologized?
Yeah, except like the main black guys in the WWE were like, you're still racist. But then Hogan's like, I'm Hogan.
I'm
And everyone's
Hogan.
like, "All right."
I'm sorry about that, brother. I got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, what did fucking Booker T say? Because he actually gave him the the N-word pass.
Oh shit, I don't know. I don't think he's been on it for a while. Like, I'm gonna have to ask him. I'm gonna
Booker
have to
T.
call
Well,
him.
he was
Gave
the
him the
fucking
pass?
king. King Booker.
Well, how did he give him
Booker,
the
yeah, yeah.
pass?
He called him the N-word
Oh.
on live TV.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
It's one of the funniest clips. He's like, Hogan, we coming for you. and then he has to pose himself after he says
puts his hand over his face, like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, he stretches his hand out completely over his face and just refreshes his face like he didn't do anything. It's so fucking funny.
We were talking about a movie that had jellyfish.
We were.
Oh, yeah, let's finish. Let's
wrap this up. I gotta go to bed.
Wrap it up. I have so much more to go. Goth Girl Dancer gets her heart fixed by Dr. Hendrickson, and she's able to dance again.
Heartbroken?
Yeah, she was heartbroken.
Oh,
she was an owner of a lonely heart, which is so much worse than being the owner of a broken heart.
It's true. That song came on the radio the other day. Made me sad.
Oh, I'm sad now. I'm sad for everyone.
I thought
I don't want to talk
off
about
the
that.
fucking
Let's talk
bridge.
about a movie.
Hey, TJ talked over your suicidal thought. That's great. That was perfect.
I'm here trying to just voice something serious.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Yes is a good band.
Yeah.
All right. So Dr. Hendrickson injects himself with some shit, and now the killer's he's going around just killing everybody. He kills the guy who was talking about getting sued. The power grid's off. Dr. Baby Bear and Dr. Hendrickson freeze a girl alive. Killer be killing.
Is he killing the Madoff?
What?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. The killer is Zach De La Roca.
Zach de la Sharia, am I right? Alright, I'm done.
Fuck. Gotta... I don't even know what my fucking...
know what's happening.
My things don't even make sense half the time. It says,
I'm just still stuck on trying to make music lyrics out of everything.
Got a turkey baster needle for the dead nurse.
I can't tell if that's a lyric or your movie.
That's my movie, but I don't know what it means.
It's from an Esham song.
Oh my god. We're still bringing up rappers from 40 years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
Look up Esham right now.
I met this little Hogan. Alright, so he fights the boxer chick, and the goth girl comes and psychs him out by talking about his mommy. And he's just and then the boxer lady cuts his Achilles. So...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, now Dr. Hendrickson and Dr. Baby Bear see her fighting him on a security camera, and they're like, oh shit, this ain't good. So they just start flashing these red lights, and the killer escapes. Dr. Baby Bear notices something weird about their supplies, and he gives a weird look to the camera.
Wink.
The dude who's killing everyone... Dr. Hendrickson and Hendrickson and Dr. Baby Bear only want to knock them out to do tests, but they find out he's just killing everyone. They didn't want that. They just sent him out to fucking drug them. So
you're killing too many of them, man. You should have just drugged them.
Fucking I can't remember which fake name. Lewis or Clark. And the boxer girls start to hook up. And now there's this killer tension.
Killer tension.
I don't know what that meant. I wrote killer tension. Lewis or Clark or whatever I named him is injected. And Dr. Baby Bear runs into the boxer girl. And she says she just lost the killer. So Dr. Baby Bear injects her with the shit. And then Lewis and or Clark finds a bomb, and he's like, oh, fuck, there's a bomb. And the killer, he finds the women in the door, in, this room, and he, chops at the door like fucking The Shining, right? With an axe. Yeah. And he hits it, 15 times. But the weird part is, he breaks the door open, completely. But instead of putting his arm through to open the door from the inside, he just opens it from the outside, so it was unlocked the whole time.
That?
He just did it for, dramatic effect. It turns out he had this mole on him when he was a kid that made him suicidal. Dr. Hendrickson wants to save Clark, but Dr. Baby Bear does it, and he gets choked out.
By Hendrickson?
What?
Baby Bear gets choked out by Hendrickson?
He gets choked out by the other dude.
Okay.
And now Dr. Baby Bear, he sets the bomb, and it's got 3 minutes.
Bombshell?
He drops the bombshell. Get up.
Drop the bombshell.
That's a -1 against TJ's movie just for that bullshit.
So
What?
there,
Nothing.
I lose points for a Power Man reference?
Maybe. Oh, was that a Power Man reference?
it was a Power Man,
The
but
Bombshell? Yeah. That's
For some
one of
reason,
their
I thought
best
it was
songs.
that.
That is their best song.
Who's that lounge singer from Las Vegas? I thought that was his reference.
Wayne Newton?
Like Wayne Newton?
Yeah.
Wayne
Yeah,
Newton is like
maybe
the
Wayne
oh no,
Bombshell.
Tom Jones.
No,
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones. Yeah.
Sex
That would
bomb.
even better. That would even be
Oh, that
better
was
if I was referencing sex bomb.
Sex bomb.
You're my sex bomb. You
Yeah.
Drop
give
the
it to
sex
me when
bomb.
I need to come along. Sex bomb, sex bomb.
is
I
my
sound
fault.
just
I'm-
like Tom Jones.
You really fucked up, Mike.
I'm voting
Yeah, look
against
what you
myself
started.
somehow. This is my fault.
Can I give an interest?
Baby, yes.
Can I give an
That's
interesting fact about that Power Man 5000 song?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of their big hits, but the funny thing is that album was never released.
What?
Really?
Yeah, that album was originally supposed to come out August 28th, 2001, but it wasn't ready, so they pushed it back until mid-September. And the name of the album was Anybody for Doomsday.
Yeah.
But what happened was 9/11. So it was supposed to come out the week after, but they didn't want to release it with the title Anyone for Doomsday. So the entire album got scrapped. It was never officially released.
That's
So
gay.
we've all heard it through illegally downloading it?
Yes. That's
Oh.
how everybody knows that is through illegal downloads. Like those copies, like it was never released in stores.
Not even like 10 years later?
No,
So it only
Well, did they
exists
die?
illegally.
I believe so. At least from then, because any copy that you heard, we were listening to that in 2001, 2002.
2004.
No. My brother, when he went to Iraq, like he said, like that was their big song that they would listen to on the like on the fucking CD player. Like there was
Wow.
"Drop the Bombshell."
That's awesome.
Yeah, like that was the hit.
That's
But yeah,
crazy,
like
man.
it was never released. But the funny thing is, like that day, one of the albums that did come out on 9/11, 2001 was Slayer's "God Hates Us All," and then POD's "Satellite." I remember those two specifically because I have a POD sticker where it has 9/11/01 on it for the promotion.
Oh, nice.
And it's just like, ooh, that's kind of weird. All right, anyways, so Clark and the Boxer and the Goth escape, but they don't because the Goth girl wakes up in another hospital and there's a detective there who's like, hey, where are the others? Where's the Clark and the Boxer lady named Lewis? So then we go back to the beginning of the movie.
Oh my god. Is it like Detective like Richard T. Jones?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, Richard T. Jones is the detective.
So we go back to the beginning of the movie where
Quinlan.
I almost watched a Kathleen Quinlan movie first, but I think it would have went bad because it was about like a woman and her like abused daughter trying to seek refuge and find an abused women's shelter.
That would have been great. What are you talking about?
But no, this is what made it fun.
He still
was,
would have referenced Hulk Hogan.
This is what made it fun was they sought refuge with this woman, right, who happened to be Kathleen Quinlan, who turned out to be a murderer.
Oh.
Yeah, so it sounded interesting. That was my second choice.
That's a good choice.
All right, so Dr. Hendrickson explains how he found the cure to aging to Clark, and Dr. Baby Bear cuts the Boxer's shirt off, and he's like saying he's going to sacrifice her for the experiment.
Yeah.
And they want Clark to join them on this, but he's like, man, that's my girl. I love her. So Dr. Baby Bear, he don't trust him, and she escapes. So Boxer Lady escapes, and now there's a fight between all of them. And it turns out that Dr. Hendrickson killed the killer's mother when he was younger in the hospital with his killer mole. And it also turns out that the killer's father is Dr. Hendrickson.
And it turns out that the killer in me is the killer in you.
Jeez,
It's
that was
true.
good.
That's a
It's a
good
really
one.
good song.
So now it says Frost killer to death.
Yeah.
So they do the
Smashing Pumpkins, Tim.
Frost kill. And now the detective from before, he comes in and finds all them. And he saves Boxer Lady and Clark. And it appears that Clark stole a vial of the immortal shit. The end of Needle Points or whatever my movie is. Needlestick.
Right.
Holy fuck.
Quite the journey.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about my movie. We talked about fucking Hogan's Law or whatever.
Anything
Yeah,
else that we could have other than your movie? Let's just jump right into our next segment. This is when we try to sell each other on our movies and our best bullet points.
I'm ready.
Michael,
Oh,
Southern
Holy
Comfort. What you got?
I got it. So my selling point is basically the end because I decided just to cheat. So at the end, Keith and Texas grab a ride in the pickup truck to a small Cajun town where everyone is just like, it's like 11 in the morning, but they're all dancing and drinking and eating crawfish, which is awesome.
Again, like a Popeyes commercial.
Yes, exactly. So they themselves start drinking beers because they're American and they're awesome, and so they do that and they're relaxing. Except like the bad Cajuns roll into town on a boat. I don't know what you would call that, rolling into town on a boat. I'm sure there's something else you could say. Anyway, what?
Drifting in the town?
Yeah, they drift onto town, and then one of the bad Cajuns, they corner Texas, and he shoots him in like the elbow or some shit. Except like Keith Carradine comes up behind them and like goes like "Boo!" and like distracts him, and so Texas stabs him in the dick. So after Texas stabbed one of them in the dick, Keith Carradine runs away like being chased by two Cajuns, and like he runs around a corner and like the other two Cajuns run towards him, and he like jumps out the corner and like hits them both in the head with one swing of the AK-47. So that was really cool, and then somehow they end up back to like where Texas is laying down, and so Texas like distracts him by grabbing one of the Cajuns by the leg, and then Keith Carradine stabs the other one in the dick, and then they find an army
dick
helicopter.
stabbing.
Yeah, they find the army helicopter, and the film ends, so they survive. That's my selling point. It's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
That all took 20 minutes. That was a really cool 20 minutes.
Of just dick stabbings.
That was only 2 dick stabs. That was more like 10
To
seconds
me, it
of
sounded
stabbing
like
dick.
a lot.
So your selling point is dick stabbings. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. You really eloquently put what I meant.
Popeyes commercial dick stabbings.
Thank you. You guys both got me. Man.
I kinda
That's
like
why
it.
we're friends.
This is what happened when they ran out of those chicken sandwiches everybody wanted.
You got dick stabbed?
Dick
A bunch of
stabs
Cajuns
everywhere.
Died. Great Cajun death of 2019. So TJ, tell us about your Cajun dick stabbing.
So my best bullet points. Well, I've
My
already
best
kind of
dick
unveiled
stabbings.
the best bullet points. Really, it's on YouTube for free, and it's only 62 minutes long. But the real selling point that I'm gonna have is just to be honest and cut the bullshit. There's no. This is the worst movie I've watched for the show. There's no selling points for this thing.
Oh. Okay.
Again, I mean, you can watch it
What
for
if,
its legendarily
what if I'm a huge
bad
fan of stock
status.
footage?
You know, I
Right,
was
exactly.
Kind of
You'll see
I was
lots
like,
of
maybe
stock
I'd vote
footage.
for TJ, but just really
If
shit
you
on that.
like, this is like if you do want to see something epically bad that like even unbearable by our show's standards, like I've never seen anything like this.
Oh.
Like it's not so bad it's good. It's just technically inept. It's a broken, shitty movie that tries to be like an early exploitation film, but it's not even that. Like, and also like the camera is basically static. Other than the stock footage, like the camera barely even moves. They just prop it up on their fucking tripod, shoot their action, cut to a fucking leopard. That's it. That's Wild Women.
I want to ask you a question though, like Mike, for both of us, like, have you watched a movie that has been so bad it's just like there's no redeeming quality of it like this? Like, have we done this? No, I'm saying for the show specifically.
Oh, no, not at all.
No,
because I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've had one like this.
I have not watched. I mean, I've watched very bad movies for the show, but I haven't watched any where I've just sat like 10 minutes in. I'm just like, oh God, should I pick something else because this is bad? Movies. Like I even thought, like, there's no selling points to this. This is very bad. I was like, well, it's only 62 minutes long. Let me just sit through it. And I was like, it's going to be so bad, it's going to at least be worth talking about a little bit. But to actually watch it, yeah, no, it's so amateur.
Because, well, actually going back like really early on, like I did that one movie where I bailed on it, but it was for a different reason. The No Child of Mine thing, like it wasn't because it was bad, it was just because it was like it was bad. Like I didn't know what we were going to do with it. But it wasn't this
for the same topical reason. But I almost bailed on this because I was like, this is just bad.
Huh.
The only reason if it was like a full 90 minutes, I would not have watched this movie.
Like that's
all right. Angus, sell me on your movie?
So it's a legend.
Well, my movie has Sharia law Hogan. All that shit. Nah, it's a fun like modern horror movie, and then just to see fucking Baby Bear in a movie like from a year ago, and like seeing how he hasn't aged and shit, like, and Hendrickson, all that stuff. It's an enjoyable, dumb, bad horror movie. You know, like you would just expect to watch like one Saturday night on Netflix with your friends getting drunk. You know.
Yeah, man.
It's one of those. Like that's all I really got for it.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
And now.
Ooh, I like that.
He's for our annual. It's for our Event Horizon episodes.
Oh, shit.
Horizon Shift. The Horizon Shift is when we relate all of our movies to Paul W. Sanderson's classic Event Horizon. Now, naturally, we have to exclude certain things for our shift to make it more reasonable in this special episode. So we'll see what we come up with. Let's shift.
Shift.
Michael, what have you got for Southern Comfort?
In Southern Comfort, everyone dies except for 2 dudes. Now, I know in Event Horizon, technically 3 people survive, but Baby Bear is so fucked up that I don't really want to count him. So let's pretend 2 people survive both movies. I kind of like this idea. TJ had something to say?
No. I was agreeing that Baby Bear was pretty messed up and close to death.
Pretty messed up. So that was like half a part of my shift.
Okay,
the second one is the Cajuns are also kind of like minding their own business out in their Louisiana bayou.
Say like Louisiana again.
Louisiana bayou.
Okay, it sounded weird the first time you said it.
Kind of like hell is minding its own business.
Yeah, you got me, man. That's why we're friends.
I like it.
And instead of hell, I wrote like kind of like how the evil was minding its own business in another dimension. Everyone's kind of chill until their homes get invaded, and like fucking like Angus where he lives in the fucking castle law. You know, when somebody invades your home, you fuck them up.
Hell yeah.
So the Cajuns fuck shit up with the guns, and evil fuck shit up with, evil shit.
Well,
that's my shift.
It was proven yesterday you can't go into somebody else's apartment as a cop and fucking get away with killing them.
Yeah, fuck that woman. I hope
Dude,
she got 10 years. Imagine getting 10 years for killing someone.
She should have so many more years. Like
she should just die. It's Texas.
That's insane.
It is super insane.
The dude was just eating cereal watching.
Imagine and you know what's fucked up? She's available for parole in 5. Imagine TJ goes next door and shoots a Mexican. And then in 5 years, we're just back on our show.
Just like
that's crazy. TJ, don't shoot your Mexican.
Yeah, please
They're-
don't.
My neighbors aren't Mexican, but
Whatever. It doesn't matter. They could be white. I don't care. I'm just saying. You should
Whatever
go
they
more,
are, don't.
More prison time than a year
no,
from
Don't-
now.
I don't
d-
plan.
hey-
I don't even own a gun.
Don't kill them because Mike parked in your parking space and you thought it was them.
And your wife called the police.
That happened.
All right, tell us about your shift.
Okay, so my Horizon shift is that main white woman. She's
Yeah.
well, at the time she was Dana Wilson. She later became Dana Broccoli when she married Albert Broccoli, who is the producer who brought
She makes her
James-
eyes look real.
brought
You
us
can
the
see
James
better
Bond
after
movie
eating her.
and actually continued the James Bond movie. Now his daughter runs the show, but anyway, so Dana Wilson became Dana Broccoli, married Albert Broccoli, who brought us 007. 007 in the Roger Moore years was very famous for their, they built for Spy Who Loved Me a record-breaking soundstage to film in at Pinewood Studios. Pinewood Studios is where Event Horizon was filmed.
Oh my! I followed that. That's incredible. That's incredible. Angus, your turn. I gotta think about that overnight.
I don't like that you said incredible so many times. It makes me nervous about mine.
Yeah, it's probably not incredible. I mean,
All right. Well, shit, mine is not incredible.
She's almost like the grandmother to Event Horizon in that way.
Stop pushing. Stop pushing.
You're clawing at me to vote for you. Anyway, go ahead.
Dude, his movie was stock footage. Fuck
Oh,
off.
come on, shift us. Without using
shift
Baby
me,
Bear.
baby.
So, as we know, in Event Horizon, Sam Neill plays the doctor who thinks he's doing right by fucking going to the extremes, and Baby Bear is one of the first people to suffer. But in this
And
one,
pushes it.
Baby Bear is the doctor that pushes
Oh.
it too far.
Oh. So you're saying the evil survived into another film?
Yes, so he that's why he didn't age for this. Like
Angus?
this was Baby Bear coming back from
Angus?
space to create
Angus?
fucking hold on.
Ah,
He took the jellyfish life to be immortal, and that's why he still looks the same, because Baby Bear came back to Earth to study under Dr. Lance Hendrickson's fucking tutelage, and he became immortal himself.
Angus, that's incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
You both did incredible. I am proud of all three of us today.
it was a. We went
I
big
really
this
am.
time out.
We went big and we're home.
We're home.
Well, two of us. Anyway.
Shit, that is fucked up.
So sorry.
Ouch.
I'm laughing my ass off at that, but later tonight I'm gonna shed one single tear to that while I'm like
Tear
in my
of blood, I
fucking
hope.
empty fucking bedroom.
Oh shit.
That is fucking hilarious.
Well, I hope this softens the blow. I'm definitely voting for you. You had a shift that made, even though TJ's was incredible, you somehow almost became as incredible. Plus, even though your movie had nothing to do with Lewis and Clark, at least it had nothing to do with Lewis and Clark in a fun manner. Not a racist one like last week.
Cool.
So,
Thank you.
what do we got, TJ? What movie
I'm
would you-
very
would
up
you
in
pick
the
for?
air because Angus was not on theme at all.
True.
Which
But you can
always
relate to that, dude.
makes. But his is definitely the movie I want to see. So yeah, I'll go with Angus, which
shit.
means he's the winner.
damn it.
Angus, who would you have voted for just for fun?
I don't know. Like they both, like Mike sounds like a better movie.
yeah,
But-
yeah, it is.
Definitely,
seen it, and I can guarantee it
absolutely,
is.
absolutely sounds like a better movie. But there is the part of yours where I just want to see it for the curiosity of like I wonder what riff tracks could do with it, you know? Like,
I mean, a little, but still not a lot. Like, I mean, I oversold the epic badness of it because it's just like yeah, for
just
the selling
boring.
point. But now that we're here, like, it's not worth watching, even like for the curiosity of it.
Like,
a shitty movie.
Nothing.
There's better.
Honestly, I was hoping for a possible three-peat on the Event Horizon theme, so I'm very disappointed. I'm gonna have to wait 5 more years for this possibility.
Like, there are better irredeemable movies that you could waste your time with than this one.
Okay, well, when you put it like that, I would go Mike.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
But honestly, I probably would have went Mike anyways.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah, mine was more I just watched stock footage than a movie, so.
So do you think you have a theme for next year's show?
He doesn't
God,
need to tell us
I
now. He's
never
got a year to think of it.
expected.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, give me the year because there's no way I can think of that right now.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess we'll see.
Which
you all
I'm
next
kind of
time
glad
for
I
our
lost
police.
because, like, no pressure for that one. Our biggest episode of the year.
Oh shit! We were talking about doing something special next year. Are we gonna do that or
What were we talking about?
when we
We'll
watch
talk
the
about that
movie,
later then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So we'll be back later than normal, but before the end of the year with our next episode, which will be our cops themed episode.
And
Thanks
we-
for sticking through our.
Oh,
Event
you're
Horizon
going on
episode.
vacation?
Well, no,
Yes.
I'm going on a vacation.
I'm going to Canada, and Angus is going to go.
What, is
cry.
Angus going to Canada?
I'm going to a single room apartment. That's going to be very sad.
Oh, well,
But maybe it'll have better acoustics, so there's that to look forward to on the show.
That will be great. I can put my toys back up on the wall.
And I think that's all we have for the show tonight.
Everybody go follow the show on iTunes, Spotify, all that. Leave us a review. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Message us. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't. Fucking. Pretty soon we're going to have our best of the 2019 episode. So if anybody out there has any favorite bits they would like to do, just message us personally about that and we will throw it in.
Second season.
and frankly, we mean the one person who's listened to every episode, so hit us up.
We got a couple out there.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
Patty.
if y'all have anything that you like, just message us. We'll throw it in there for you.
Yep, same as
Toodles.
last year. We're gonna throw together our best of, and we'll chat about our bits, and it'll be good.
Damn it! I already said toodles.
Toodles is so gay. So.
All right, fine. See ya.
Goodbye.
Peace out.
I'm gonna warboard you, or
I'm so excited.
fuck! Oh! Oh!
Oh! And it comes back.